Dilly-L-I-G-I-F, Dilligan, and it means, do I look like I give a fuck, Dilligan? Am I being direct enough, Dilligan? Yes, but don't know why you're saying I couldn't give a fucking rat ass, mate. Do I look like I give a fuck, Dilligan? No, do I look like I give a fuck, Dilligan? Do I look like I give a fuck, Dilligan? Am I being direct enough, Dilligan? Yes, but don't know why you're saying I couldn't give a fucking rat ass, mate. Do I look like I give a fuck, Dilligan? No, do I look like I give a fuck, Dilligan? D-I-L-L-I-G-I-F, Dilligan. D-I-F-I-G-I-F-L-I-G, Dilligan. And it means, do I look like I give a fuck, Dilligan? Am I being direct enough, Dilligan? Yes, but don't know why you're saying I couldn't give a fucking rat ass, mate. Do I look like I give a fuck, Dilligan? No, do I look like I give a fuck, Dilligan? Do I look like I give a fuck, Dilligan? Am I being direct enough, Dilligan? Yes, but don't know why you're saying I couldn't give a fucking rat ass, mate. Do I look like I give a fuck, Dilligan? No, do I look like I give a fuck, Dilligan? Excellent. D-I-L-L-I-G-I-F, Dilligan, and it means, do I look like I give a fuck, Dilligan? Am I being direct enough, Dilligan? Yes, but don't know why you're saying I couldn't give a fucking rat ass, mate. Do I look like I give a fuck, Dilligan? No, do I look like I give a fuck, Dilligan? Do I look like I give a fuck, Dilligan? Am I being direct enough, Dilligan? Yes, but don't know why you're saying I couldn't give a fucking rat ass, mate. Do I look like I give a fuck, Dilligan? No, do I look like I give a fuck, Dilligan? D-I-L-L-I-G-I-F, Dilligan. D-I-F-I-G-I-F-L-I-G, Dilligan. And it means, do I look like I give a fuck, Dilligan? Am I being direct enough, Dilligan? Yes, but don't know why you're saying I couldn't give a fucking rat ass, mate. Do I look like I give a fuck, Dilligan? No, do I look like I give a fuck, Dilligan? Do I look like I give a fuck, Dilligan? Am I being direct enough, Dilligan? Yes, but don't know why you're saying I couldn't give a fucking rat ass, mate. Do I look like I give a fuck, Dilligan? No, do I look like I give a fuck, Dilligan? Excellent. D-I-L-L-I-G-I-F, Dilligan, and it means, do I look like I give a fuck, Dilligan? Am I being direct enough, Dilligan? Yes, but don't know why you're saying I couldn't give a fucking rat ass, mate. Do I look like I give a fuck, Dilligan? No, do I look like I give a fuck, Dilligan? Do I look like I give a fuck, Dilligan? Am I being direct enough, Dilligan? Yes, but don't know why you're saying I couldn't give a fucking rat ass, mate. Do I look like I give a fuck,
my God. Am I muted? Oh. Hey there, guys. How's everybody doing? We have Mike Inkson here, Ken is here, Chris is here, Cult Meeting Podcast. Everybody's here. We're going to go live in about 5-ish minutes. How do you like that song? A fan made that. I don't recall his name. I tried to look it up, but on Discord, all the names are just the first letter and then a couple of dots. Why is that? Just because I'm in streaming mode? Let me see, can I get out of streaming mode to give this guy his credit where it's due? I cannot. Anyways, thank you so much to whoever made this song. I can't find your name at the moment, but thank you so much. Did I post on X? Me? Yeah, I did. I posted on X. Go retweet that one. Crazy Cat is here. Shout outs. Who will today's sidekick be? It's actually Ashley. It's Ashley Butterfield. We're about to go live. I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I'm out of it. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Dilly Gaff. Bracer Crane. is the name. Shout outs to Bracer Crane for making this awesome Dilly Gaff remix. Which is the new SvenStreams Anthem. Bracer Crane, thank you so much. Michael Howard.
Do I look like a Dilly Gaff? Yes, but don't know why you're silent. I couldn't give a fuck. The breath last night. Do I look like I give a fuck? Dilly Gaff. Do I look like I give a fuck? Dilly Gaff. Do I look like I give a fuck? Dilly Gaff. Am I being direct enough? Dilly Gaff. Yes, but don't know why you're silent. I couldn't give a fuck. The breath last night.
Ashley Butterfield, you ready to go ahead and freaking live?
Do I look like I give a fuck?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see first if we are mixed properly. Guys in the Chizat, can you tell me whether I sound good and Ashley sounds good? Ashley, you need to talk a little bit, though. Do you have something to say for yourself?
Yeah, hello, chat. How's it going?
Yeah, and maybe a little bit more about a little tiny something. Can I get
My
a
question is, what have you been up to, chat? Is your family okay?
Ash is good.
Something.
Oh my god, that's so good. That's so great. That's great to hear. Yeah, how about we just go live then, Ash? What do you think?
Yeah, man. Let's
Can
go.
we just do this? Boom. Here we go. Hey there, everybody. It's Sven Streams with the wonderful Ashley Butterfield. We are back. We've been gone for a little bit, I believe. I've been to, where was I? Vietnam, actually, is where I was.
Yeah,
What have you been up to?
I finished another page of my book, my comic book.
We're getting closer. We're inching towards this finished book of yours.
Hell yeah. Yeah, man.
Yeah, we'll get into it. I'll show you some pictures if you want, some vacation pictures, some videos of me in Vietnam.
I'd love to see him.
Hell yeah. Well, I did one stream since I've been back with Liz. We've been playing this game, Garage Bad Dream Simulator. Check out those streams. Very cozy, very chill. People have been falling to sleep to those streams, which is, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I guess people think it's relaxing.
Yeah, I think that's a good thing. Like, I watch things as I go to sleep, and there's usually things I like.
Okay, that's a good thing. I'll try and scream less when we're doing the gaming streams. I'll scream a lot more during these ones. And yeah, we told people during the gaming streams that I wanted them to put to manifest a Sven Talpa inside of their brain. And there was a fan art contest. Some people have. Well, I have one of them. Well, I'll show them. I'll show that one later. Let's just get into the topics of today. First of all, SvenStreams.com is back up. We're testing out a couple of things. So it's back up. But look, wait, before you get too excited, the archive is not completely reworked yet. That's going to be a whole different can of worms. But the website, at least, is up and running. Plus, our Discord integration is also back and functioning. At least it worked for Liz. And I want to show you this. If you go to our Discord page, in the welcoming page, it has a little video, and it's this video, and it shows you how to subscribe and connect your account. Let's just click through a few of these.
Hello, and welcome to this demonstration on how to subscribe to SvenStreams.com.
Look at this. Then you click next, and it tells you the next step.
First, click on subscribe.
First, you click on subscribe.
Next, choose a subscription plan. For example, $5 per month. Enter a username and
Anyway,
email
so you
address,
can do this
and
one. Look,
click
it's
on
very
checkout.
easy. Even a retard can figure it out. So this is in the Discord server. Maybe, Liz, can you link it to the Discord server and tell them? I think it's the welcome when you have to verify. The very first screen that you get on the SvenStream server, it has this little tutorial on it. And what you can do is you can connect. And this has been a big hassle to get through. So there might be a hiccup or two, but then you need to let us know in our... And there's some tech, what is it called? Like, what do we call that? Let me see what it's called. SvenStreams errors or contact, or there's one channel in there that deals with the tech problems.
DM Sven
Tech
on
support.
Twitter. If you
No,
want
no, no,
anything
don't
to-
DM me on Twitter. It's also in welcome. It's called tech support. So if you have a problem, please post it on the tech support. We're ironing out all the kinks. But please check this out because you can connect the Discord to the website and then you get new ranks on the Discord server, which allows you to go into the VIP room. And you would have seen a bunch of my Vietnam travel stuff early because I post stuff like that in there usually. That's where my main guys hang out. Let me see. I'll show you some of the pictures. What do you think, Ashley? You want to see some of these travel adventures that I've been on?
Did you make that little video at the start of your website?
That's all the tech bros that are doing that. I didn't do any. I have nothing to do with this, with any of the tech stuff. I wish I could do that type of stuff because then I wouldn't have to hire people to do it and pay out to wazoo for things that. How long have we been building this website? 3 years at this point. Still not working.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. All right, so this is. Oh wait, fuck. Maybe I should show this one first. Yeah, we did a new America Man. As you know, it's some mysterious collective. These guys are up to great stuff. And they made one of these. Have you seen this one? Actually, it is.
Yeah, I thought this was good, really good.
Yeah, it's Indian Duke Nukem. He goes by Poop Dukem. And he goes, I am coming to be kicking of ass and chewing of the bubblegum. But, sir, I am out of the bubblegum. So, yeah, this is great. This is something to look forward to. Because, of course, this is based on the news that Adi Shankar, the producer of the Castlevania and Devil May Cry Netflix shows, has just bought the rights to Duke Nukem, which fucking sucks. That does. Look at this. Dick suck him.
Yeah.
That guy sucks. I hate Adi Shankar.
Yeah, there's no way he's got good intentions with a name like that.
No. And he'll look at this guy. So, oh, God, I hate this guy. Look at him. This fucking. So he did Devil May Cry, and he also dresses up like the guy. Look at him.
Is that actually him?
Yeah, that's him. He's cosplaying as the Devil May Cry character. I forget what the guy's name is. Dante's Inferno or whatever. And then he made like this gay, queer, quippy. Oh yeah, look. And now he's threatening. He thinks this is like a good thing to do, like to troll the haters. He wants to buy Berserk and make it Indian and gay and stinky. Poopy stink. Poopy stinky. Let's see. I want to see there was some more. Look here. Look, he constantly dresses up like he thinks he is Devil May Cry's Dante. What a cringe lord dickbag.
Isn't Devil's May Cry a white guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Stop trying to be white Indians. It's never gonna happen.
No. Well, now what they're gonna do is they're gonna make all the cool white characters into Indians. Yes, sir. I'm Indian. This fucking sucks. I hate this, and look, I don't really care that much about Devil May Cry or Castlevania, but come on, man. Duke Nukem used to be such a cool dude. Now he's going to be a gay Indian, LGBTQ loving queerbo.
At least we have Butch Killigan still.
At least we'll have Butch Killigan, yes, please. That's basically the new Duke Nukem anyways.
Has everyone else in the UK got their books? I never got my book too.
You still haven't gotten that? Okay, you need to give me your... that might have to do because you're basically filed under press. Because I think everybody's gotten it. Yeah, I'll ask the distributor about that because they might have left that one on the back burner or something. I specifically gave him your address to send as a press copy.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll get on that. You need to remind me of that. Okay, anyway, so I went to Vietnam. Let me show you some of the cute little adventures I've been on in Vietnam. It was really cozy. So I went to Hanoi, which I believe is the capital of Vietnam. And we went to... look at this. You had a lot of beautiful colonial French architecture there.
No, it was good. Really good.
Look at this. It was really nice.
I've heard of Hanoi before. It's like a famous battle that happened there or something.
That's the thing. I basically avoided any and all of the war stuff. So, like I was messaging my dad. Oh, I'm in Hanoi. He's like, oh, you got to go to this war museum and that war museum. I'm kind of like, it's not this war, that Vietnam War. I'm not too big into that one. I like the Apocalypse Now movie. I like that one, but I don't really care about that conflict at all. Now, you do know who does still have a stick up their ass about that whole conflict?
Who?
The Vietnamese. They do not like
no
white
doubt.
people, I'll tell you that much.
They give you a hard time.
Well, they didn't give me a hard time necessarily, but it's just such a stark contrast between... I was drinking egg coffee. That's one of the greatest inventions ever. It's delicious. Egg coffee, by the way. Really
Just
good.
put an egg in coffee.
Yeah. But it was really good. And I had a little bit of cinnamon and stuff like that, I guess. But, wait, let me put up a funny video real quick. What is this?
The Vietnam War were pretty good.
Look at this. I found one of those.
But it's all another cool symbol in the middle.
That's cool symbol, yeah. Do you hear the little song? Oh, wait, this one. This is me going to a... Look at this. A back
Is that you
alley
getting your
barber.
haircut?
This is me. Back alley haircuts.
Is that just like on the road?
Yes. Yeah, you see these everywhere. So there's like a little mirror on the road, and he has a little cabinet with his tools. Isn't
A
that
dusty
crazy?
mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
But so the Vietnamese, it's a stark contrast between a place like Indonesia, because when you're in Indonesia, you go into a restaurant or any place like, oh my God, welcome, sir. Do you have a seat? What do you need? Oh, we're so happy you're here, right? Even when I order my beers at like 3 p.m. or 3 a.m., the guy that has to drive an hour on his little moped to bring me my beers, he's like, hello there, sir. Oh my God, yeah, here you go. Please, thank you so much, right?
Yeah,
But
really
in,
nice to you.
Yeah, in Hanoi, Vietnam, not so much.
Yeah, this guy cutting your hair is probably like inches away from slitting your throat. With
Yeah,
his
that's what I
shaving
was
thing.
thinking. I figured that out while this was happening, so I quickly got out of there. But but the thing, so anytime you go to, oh, okay, thank you, there's never a you're welcome. They have not heard of the concept of you're welcome, so it's just like, thank you so much, and it's just like nothing. There's complete silence and rudeness the other way. Every Vietnamese person you talk to, it feels, to me, it felt like it's such an apathetic way that they react to you. It felt like they had been up for 48 hours. You know what I'm saying? I was like, all right, thank you so much, and then it's just like. They seem completely dejected and tired of my bullshit, even though I've just met them. You know what I'm saying? Really rude.
Yeah.
What else happened in Vietnam that's like, oh yeah, we went to this train place here that was pretty cool. Yeah. You see this?
Yeah.
Wait, I thought, oh wait. How do I see my next video within the... You told me that next time how to do that.
You press the little arrow and stand either side of the video.
But it goes to the... Oh, yeah. Jesus Christ. Look, so here's a street view. And you see all these little red flags?
Yeah.
That's communist flags. It's all hammer and sickle flags.
Yeah,
Which I
America
thought-
lost, didn't it?
Yeah, I thought it was kind of startling. I was like, wait, that's... they just still do that shit? That's like, imagine if you went to Germany and there was just still a bunch of swastikas everywhere. They're allowed to do that, but look at
I can
this.
only imagine in my best dreams.
Yeah, I know. But look at this. Isn't that crazy? And it's everywhere. It's not just this little street that I found. Trust me, it's fucking everywhere. The communist flag in your face. Yeah, Tit Boy would have a great time here. He would have bought all the uniforms, all the hats. He'd be giggling.
Does it seem like if they weren't miserable, would it be a nice place to live? Like if you were into communism, is it like they got plenty of money and stuff?
But yeah, here's the deal. Communism in a place that's not even real. Like there's a Starbucks, there's a fucking Kentucky Fried Chicken. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just fake.
I don't even know what communism means. I've never understood it.
Communism means that the means of production is owned by the government, But I get, look, there's like, of course, there's like a little wiggle room. I don't even think it's a bad idea, but you're going to get into more international socialism here when like your government is in charge of your bank. Okay, I think that's pretty good. It's a pretty good idea. Your government owns the airports and whatever. I think that's good, right? And I think that government, they don't own all these private little businesses here. And then there's like capitalism. It's like a little mixture here. It's like communism and a little bit of capitalism in there, because they allow Starbucks and all that fucking shit to come in there. It's basically like fake commie stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I think it's not a bad idea to have your people and your homogenous people and its elected government run your banks, you know, and rather than have like some Saudis come in and buy up all your real estate and you know,
has Vietnam not been flooded by Indians yet? Have they not found that place? No,
because guess what? They're not a race-blind meritocracy. So yeah, I wish we treated our brown tourists the way they treated me. You know what I'm saying? It's not. I'm not pissed at these people. I'm like, all right, you know, I got it. I guess.
Yeah, I leave. Sorry for interrupting.
Yeah, it's like, look, I'm just gonna be here for about 10 days and I'm gone, dude. It's okay. Trust me, I'm not gonna stick around. It's fine. But yeah, it's the French colonial arca. It's a very beautiful city, in my opinion. But go ahead. What were you about to ask?
Have you ever seen them traps that the Vietnamese used to set up for people, for Americans and stuff? Where they'd like snakes and stuff in. Like they'd fall into like spikes on the foot and stuff. They were crazy. Really painful deaths.
Isn't that where we basically found out about booby traps or like that, like spikes, bamboo, sharp spikes fly out of a tree right into your chest and shit like that?
Some of the craziest, most horrible traps you could imagine they invented.
Yeah, I don't fucking blame them. Why the fuck were we doing there? What the fuck are we gonna do? Why are we over there? You know how fucking far that place is? This is fucking far. Trust me.
It's not fair, is it, picking on him?
Even from Bali, I had to fly 5 hours to get there. And trust me, I hate fucking flying. And at the end of the month, I'm going to be at the Comic-Con in Texas. And I have to be I'm going to be traveling for like 30 hours on end. Not looking forward to that.
No, that's great. Is that for Comic-Con?
Yeah, that's for the Comic-Con, yes. I've been doing all the preparations for that. But let's wrap up this.
Is it the proper?
Yeah.
Is it the proper Comic-Con or like another one?
No,
or the main one?
Well, it's Bell County Comic-Con. How many people are going to be there? I don't know. It's a pretty big-ass, fucking substantial Comic-Con, yeah.
Cool. Yeah, man.
Good, too. So we got communist flags. Yeah, I think we got the point. What is this one? Alright, look, here some vibes. You have all these guys. More communist flags, drinking a little tea on the rooftop. Pretty cool. Yeah. Here's the train. It's not. It was not the train. Where's my train? Oh, here, look. Have you seen this? You've seen this before, right? Where you eat.
Oh, yeah, but you have to, like, it like comes like right next to you. And sometimes they move stuff out of the way so the train can come through.
Yeah, so they have to quickly move everything on. Oh, fuck, I had such a good Indian video that I wanted to play after this. Fuck, forgot about that one. Well,
does he get hit by a train? Or?
It's just I just don't understand what they're doing. So they're like this. Oh, look, like a couple of like guys, like high school Indian kids. Look, standing on the train tracks, right? And then the train comes, and they're like, "Oh, let's get out of the way slightly." And then they start doing selfies. But clearly, I'm like, move out of the way. You're still way too close to the tracks. Can't you tell? Like, it's obvious. And they're all saying like, and then they all get fucking murdered. They all get killed. They all get squashed by a fucking train. Obviously, could have been completely avoided. I don't understand these people. Yeah, so this is that iconic.
Do you feel like when an Indian dies, it's sort of like when an ant dies, it's just like a small part of the colony? Nobody really knows.
Yeah, it's like a little cockroach type of deal. That's also why
not even other Indians notice when an Indian dies.
That's why I think they're so pro-Israel. Now, I do notice there's like a little blip because they're like a cockroach-esque hive mind. So it'll have, when you hurt one Indian, you hurt all of them a little bit. You know what I'm saying? They all feel it, sort of. But, yeah, that's why they're also pro-Israel, I think, the Indians, is because they know they came from the cockroach, so they're most likely to survive a nuclear holocaust. That's what I think. It's my running theory there. I'm going.
Checks out.
Some pure racism, really. Wait, where is that? Is there? This one. This is the one I wanted to show you. Look at this. I found such a dope thing. Look at this.
Yeah, man. Another cool symbol.
Yeah, look at that. It's like, look at this. It has like psychedelic stuff, and it's a mirror. Look.
Oh, like lights on it. Yeah.
It was a little too
Why did you
big.
buy it?
It was a little too big to fit in my luggage.
Right.
Imagine me walking around with a giant mirror like this at the airport. Yeah, it was a little too much. Yeah. I would love to get one of these. I don't know what it's called. I don't know where to find this anywhere.
Think about how good it'd look on stream, like behind you or something.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure if that's a good idea to have permanently as a fixture. But I'd love to brush my teeth into this mirror every morning, like shika. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a great way to wake up at early in the morning. But so yeah, that was my Vietnam adventure. And then when I got back from Vietnam, this happened. My poor sweet cat, Mimi, died.
Yeah, that's your cat from the Netherlands, isn't it?
That's my cat from the Netherlands. He was with me for 14 years. He has been off camera on every single SvenStreams we've done, except for the ones here in Bali. And yes, he sadly perished. So a little tribute to my poor friend, Mimi.
R.I.P. cat.
R.I.P. Mimi. I will say there's a lot of people have reached out, and then you go, yeah, thank you so much. But at the same time, I feel a little awkward because, let's be honest, guys, it is kind of just a cat, right? You know what I'm saying? It's like, can we? Because I'm getting like this.
It's your buddy, though, isn't it? It's like you've spent so much time in that little. I know,
but that's me. You know what I'm saying? It's my business. You know what I'm saying? So look, there's like this weird little middle ground. It's not. I get it. Look, it's nice. I shouldn't complain about any of this, obviously, but I get this little feeling of awkwardness where everybody's like, "Oh my god, I feel so horrible for you." And look, it's fine. Okay, I get it, but it's also just like it's not like. It's my cat, you know, who gives a fuck? You know what I'm saying? At the same time, it's like, who gives a fuck? This is the first day, by the way. And there he is with Butch Killigan, R.I.P. Farewell, Mimi, my good friend of 14 years. And yet people stop saying you feel sorry. It's just a cat. Okay, get over it, you fucking homos. Pussies. Or is that too much? Shouldn't I say that?
No, it's nice that they miss your cat. Because everyone knows what it's like to lose a pet. It's fucking horrible.
Yeah, it does. It does kind of suck for a little bit, but you know, we're all adults here. And then one day after I found out my cat dies, I wake up, and actually this happened while I was doing the stream with Liz. The last stream we did, the garage stream, and I forget if I said this out loud or not, but I remember rubbing my neck, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And I don't know I don't know if I said this during the pre-show or during the show, and it might have been caught on air. I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And I just didn't really think anything of it. But look at this. Yeah. Look at this, guys. This is my neck. Do you see these two bumps? These swole up even further. But you see this here?
Yeah.
You know what that is?
It looks like a bite of an insect of some kind, maybe a spider.
Yeah, a spider bite. Okay, so I'm like,
not a big spider.
After the stream, I go to my wife. I'm like, "What is this in my neck?" She's like, "Oh my god, that's a spider bite." I'm like, "Oh man, that sucks." She's like, "Did you see a spider?" I'm like, "No, not really." And she's like, "Okay, we got to go to the hospital." I'm like, "We don't have to go to the hospital for this." She's like, "Trust me. Do you want to get paralyzed?" She's like, "Do you want to get
Oh,
paralyzed?"
is that bad? The spiders are, are they? Oh, fucking hell. That's
so she's like, "Do you want to get paralyzed?" I'm like, "No, I don't want to get no, I don't want to get paralyzed." I don't know if this was like a paralyzed type of deal we were dealing with here. You know? So we quickly went to a nearby hospital, and they were like, "Okay, this is not good." And I don't know if this was the panic that sat in when I found out about the option of paralyzation. But yeah, I started to feel like this, like it was spreading throughout my neck and stuff like that. I started to feel like a super stiff neck. Yeah, it was like a light poisoning. So
it's a good job you went to hospital.
Yeah, thank God. So I got a bunch of antibiotics and a bunch of pills and anti-inflammatory stuff and all this shit. But then when they gave me my blood results back, and I've mentioned this too on the stream with Liz, where I told people about my hemochromatosis and my blood disease. And they so they did new blood tests and stuff like that, and they saw that my ferritin levels, my iron levels, had gotten even higher. Okay, so okay, this is me in the hospital. Help me. So my ferritin levels had gotten even higher. By the way, I told you this before the show, but they call this disease the curse of the Celts. There's two things that they refer to with the curse of the Celts. One is a rosacea thing. I might have to do something with alcoholism. I don't know. And the other one is this hemochromatosis. So if you're like from
you
like
got both.
No. No, I only have that one. I don't get like a thick red nose when I drink. No, but if you are from Northern Europe or like Ireland, England, the UK, you should get your blood levels checked and see if you have hemochromatosis, because it's a common thing over there. But alcoholism as well.
Like, full of iron, like weighed down with iron in that bed right now.
Yes, yeah. When I laid on it, I cracked through the legs of the. But yeah, I had to go to another hospital. Yes, I had to go to another hospital, all this stuff, and then what I have to do now is this. I have to do this every week. This.
Wow.
You see that? I have to go to a clinic to donate about 500 milliliters of blood once a week. Until my blood levels stabilize. So here's the thing. Normal iron levels, ferritin levels in your blood is supposed to be around 50, okay? When you get to a level 100, you're in the danger zone, okay? That's where it starts to get bad. My level is 1,050.
Fucking hell.
Okay, so it's gonna take months for me to get back in that normal zone, and then from that point on, there's gonna be monitoring, and I have to do a blood transfusion every month or something like that, or every other month. Yeah, bloodletting. It's called phlebotomy.
What would happen if you didn't do this bloodletting?
Well, the average life expectancy of somebody with undiagnosed hemochromatosis is 60.
That's not bad.
That's not bad?
No, it's not. Are you expecting to live to 60?
Wait, 60
I always thought I'd be dead by now, me.
Look, all right. Well, but look, the average life expectancy from somebody of my stock is like 85. So yeah, that does shave 25 years off your life.
Yeah, man.
Here's the thing: the iron basically attacks your liver. It's literally tiny iron particles clump up in your liver and in your heart and in your pancreas. Those are the three things. So you're gonna fucking get a heart attack or liver failure or something like that. That's what happens. And this is what I've been noticing. And I used to always think this was like the itis or something like that when I would eat. Because also I've had a stomach surgery. I would get like super fatigued and tired, right? When my blood would rush to my digestive system. Turns out that's all has to do with hemochromatosis. So I think if I get my iron levels back, I'll get a super chingus.
$5.
Shout
You're
out.
Scottish now, Sven. Rosy red cheeks will in your future. An Albanian drop off her first hit of smack soon. Welcome to the club.
All right, thank you so much for welcoming me to the Scottish Club. Yeah, you should also go check yourself out, RT. Get some blood levels done, because you might have the curse of the Celts as well. But did you ask something just now or no? Oh, I was saying this.
No,
Yeah,
I don't remember.
when I get back to my regular normal levels, I feel like I'm going to be like full of zest and energy, because I've basically been weighed down by all this iron in my fucking goddamn organs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you'll be so fucking like your your veins will feel so clean.
Yeah, because I have like fatigue. I get like very bad headaches and stuff like that. And because my iron levels are fucking insane. They're like crazy. Like it's 10 times more than the danger zone. You know what I'm saying? So this is not good.
Are you like eating some of that has loads of iron in it or something? Or just
I don't know how this
change it with your
happened.
diet?
I don't know how it happened. You know what I'm saying? I used to eat a ton of steaks and stuff like that. So yeah, you need to calm. But here's the thing: what they say is has nothing to do. Well, you can influence it with your diet. So I'm drinking a lot of oolong green tea concoctions that my wife is making with all this type of detox stuff that helps with this. But basically, the only cure for this is a phlebotomy, like bloodletting, therapeutic bloodletting.
Yeah, man. Do you think if like a big magnet come over here, you'd like lift it into the sky?
I'd be fucked. Yeah. Yeah, I have heavy metal. I want you guys to call me like heavy metal from now on or something like that. What do you guys think?
yeah, man.
Call me heavy metal, please. Thank you. This would be pretty dope. So yeah, that's what I'm dealing with. Cat dies, spider bite, neck poisoning, and then blood disease. Hell yeah. What do you guys think? Pretty cool weekend that I've had. Pretty cool week.
That's cool as fuck, heavy metal.
Heavy metal blood guy? Heavy metal blood. Yeah, what would be a cool nickname for me that has like Sventron? Iron Sven. Oh, yeah, instead of Iron Man, Iron Sven?
Yeah, that's good one.
That's what I am Iron Sven. Dun, 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 That's okay. Venomous Prime. Oh yeah, the spider probably died after biting Sven drinking his iron poisoned blood. Yeah. Yeah, I hope they're not gonna use this blood in the clinic. I hope they just dump it down the sink or something. Because yeah, imagine like a little Indonesian kid gets like a blood transfusion with my crazy heavy metal blood. He's gonna be fucked.
There's no way they keep it if it's not good blood. If you got dodgy blood.
Yeah, but maybe they go like, oh my, look at this blood, it's epic.
The blood of a white man.
They can't carry. They have to carry my blood, my jug of blood, with like 4 guys because it's so heavy.
You test it, see what's in it, and it's full of iron and spider juice. I think it's some sort of like creature.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there's spider juice still in there. Like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? Yeah, do magnets stick to you? People have been asking me this all day long. Do magnets stick to me? Maybe I do have. No, it's not. It's people always go. People are so Marvel pilled. They go, okay, what special powers? It's a blood disease. It doesn't give you any special. It detracts from your regular normal human abilities. You know what I'm saying? It's not giving me any special powers. It's making things worse for me. You know what I'm saying? What is this? I'm like, yeah, guys, I need to break some news to you. I have a blood disease. Oh, that rules. Whoa, you're like a cool. You're like Iron Man.
They come on stream and said, "I got bit by a radioactive spider, and now I'm full of iron." But you said it.
Yeah, so I'm trying to explain to people who've had a very tough week. I've been bitten by a spider. Oh my god, that's like Spider-Man, Marvel
Anonymous
Universe.
Tipped $5. My Dutch oven is made from Sven steel.
Hell yeah. My Dutch oven is made from Sven steel. Yeah. My wife does not enjoy my Dutch ovens, I'll tell you that much. You can ask her about that. She hates that.
Yeah, they fucking hate that shit.
They don't like that, but I can't help it, you know. That's just part of the whole deal. It's part of the package, the Dutch oven stuff. The spider saved your life. Yeah, that's a pretty cool Full Metal Transactivist. That's cool. Pretty cool. Sven is going to shapeshift into T-1000. Look, everybody is just Hollywood brain rotted. I am Downsman, fear my power. Downsman, that could be a Hideo Kojima character. I've been playing Death Stranding 2 a little bit. Have you seen the hype around on the internet, Ashley, or no? Death Stranding?
Not at all. No, I must not be in Death Stranding circles.
Oh, well, I've seen a lot of it on my timeline. A lot of Death Stranding people talking about how great Death Stranding is.
That was good. Just lived up to the hype.
No, that's the thing. So people have been saying, oh my God, it's amazing. It's a return to form. It's basically another Metal Gear. The writing is on par with Metal Gear Solid 2. I literally feel like I've been like gaslit. Like this was some extreme astroturfing because it's like the exact same. Azrael goes, it's amazing. Are you for real, Azrael? Look, I kind of liked Death Stranding. One is like a chill game. You walk around, you deliver packages, right? But now it's the same game. It's the exact same game. They iterated on some of the systems. The animation is still as clunky as the first game. You still, when you do like a running jump and then you try to kick the guy, your feet doesn't even connect with the bad guy, and then there's something wrong with the animation system. That's still the same, and then the writing is just subpar nonsense, global homo propaganda garbage, which people also don't pick up on, I guess. Like this is the most left-wing globalist propaganda shit ever, and I guess like Hideo Kojima is like a full-blown like commie, I guess. Like and there's like pictures of him wearing like Soviet-style communist headgear, and he does like in his games he is always praising Che Guevara and stuff like that. And now in this game, you're connecting the world together. And by the way, you know who you work for in the game? Who the main guy is? The president, the new president of the United Cities of America, this post-apocalyptic America. His organization is called AIPAC.
Really?
It's called AIPAC, but instead of like the I, like what is it called again? The Israel Alliance or something?
AIPAC.
Yeah, but American Israel Public Affair Committee, right? But they left out the I, so it's APAC instead of AIPAC in this game. But still say constantly AIPAC. Right?
Try and code it into your brain. It's normal.
Yeah, and that's the new president of this thing. And also the real president is like a puppet or something. It's like literally a puppet. Like the symbolism is super obvious. And then your mission is, now that you have connected America back to our strand system, which basically is like the internet or like the power grid, a portal opens and now you have to go to Australia. Spoiler alert. And now you have to put Australia on the system. And then the main character says, wait, is this some kind of a scheme for global power, global domination? And he goes, no, it's not. Trust me, we have no aspirations to dominate the globe. And he goes, all right. Okay, then. So yeah, you're like this. And by the way, another thing that happens is this. It also is like the Klaus Schwab wage cock style propaganda where it's like, yes, you're a delivery guy. You're not like a super cool soldier. You're a delivery man. And the main mission is after they steal your adoptive child. So you're also cocked. You don't have any offspring of your own. You adopt a child, or they kill the child, I believe, your adoptive child. And now you have to wage cuck to save the world. And how do you get paid? In likes. You get paid in likes. Everybody gives you, you earn likes during this game. There's some dark, but here's the thing. I will hold off on my final verdict until I finish this game, if I ever do, because I'm already starting to get, like, my interest level is slowly dropping.
Is the Australia map interesting?
Here's the weird thing, which I'm fine with this, but so basically they went to Iceland and they scanned in the Icelandic environments, right? And that's what in the first game, America basically looked like Iceland, okay? Which is super weird, but it's like, okay, whatever, because this is like a post-apocalypse fantasy realm. Exactly. And then now when you go to Australia, it basically sort of looks like that still. They have some different foliage and stuff like that here and there. There's some sandy areas and stuff, but
it just looks the same as it does in America.
Basically, to me, it looks the same, yeah. There's not really that much of a difference. But the way people were talking about this, it's such a great innovation. I haven't seen any of that, to be honest. I really haven't seen any. It's the same game as the first one, but just with some new weird characters in it. You know, that haven't been that interesting. At some point, there's like an introduction of like this. You walk into this flying mecha bot machine that you travel around with. It's your hub, basically. And then there's like a marionette puppet character that talks, okay? And it's like, the guy just goes, hey, I'm a marionette puppet. I used to be a guy, but now I'm a puppet. And he goes, all right, whatever. And then the other guy goes, yeah, you should hang the puppet on your belt. He can be very helpful on your journey. He goes, all right, sure. And then they have like a little joke where it's like, don't put me on your buttocks. Put me at the front. All right. And then that's it. And now I just have to accept that there's a puppet, a little talking puppet. I have no clue where this guy came from. What the fuck is happening? I mean, look, I'm kind of fine with it, I guess, but that's not, we can't say that it's a genius storytelling. It's retarded.
Yeah.
It's fucking
and is
retarded.
He constantly speaking and narrating what's going on this little puppet thing?
Here's the deal. So people will say that. It's like, oh my God, why would you include like a wacky? But he doesn't, I think he doesn't speak enough. He barely says that. I don't know what the fuck this thing is, what the point of this stupid thing is. So there's a weird, there's like a marionette puppet that's animated on like 4s. It's like a very low frame rate. So it sticks out like a sore thumb. Not just conceptually, but also in its animation. And yeah, it's set up as this weird, wacky sidekick, right? But he's not wacky at all. He says like 3 things. And like, why are you here, you fucking retard? So they basically implemented the wacky sidekick, but they were like, okay, everybody hates wacky sidekicks, so let's tone him down all the way to where he's no longer is what he's meant to be, I guess. So now there's just a mannequin or a little puppet dangling from a belt that sometimes says a little thing that's not funny.
You know, speaking of bad animation, shall we watch that King of the Hill trailer? Where it just looks like shit. Oh,
yeah, we can watch that. I was never a big King of the Hill guy, but...
yeah, man.
Is it bad,
the old show, the old show were like animated properly, like by hand, and like all the frames look good and realistic animation.
This is that Rick and Morty style. It looks extremely digital. Let's watch some of this.
Yeah.
Was that the actual baseball thrown by President Bush before
Game 3
of the 2001
terrible.
World Series?
Yeah, this is that Toon Boom style animation, which is, it's basically a form of like a puppet animation. They make all these assets, basically.
Yeah, I fucking hate it. It looks like shit.
Yes, you are making my job easy. And
look at this when they're walking.
The president used to sign the legislation that lifted the ban on offshore.
Yeah, I guess it's like mostly automated or prefabricated. All this, like you can see, like this is his quarter back pose, his quarter front pose, you know. And I get, but if they just put a little, you could make this look way better with some post effects filtering to make it look a little bit more like cell animation easily. I don't know why they don't do it, because this just looks atrocious.
Bring up like a clip of what it used to look like. She'll see the difference that what it actually what it does.
Yeah, look, you can tell here. Look, I can see the vector lines. Like there's no line weight. You see how the line doesn't taper off? It's all the same exact line weight.
Yeah.
With one pen stroke.
Can we see something
this looks
more
really bad.
Interesting?
This is.
Like, it's just a model that they're moving
Here's
about.
a man who respects.
It's got no like personality that used
just
to
what
have.
I needed, Peggy.
No. Yeah, it used to have like some charm. People also would watch this to relax. They thought it was like cozy.
Yeah, no, all the characters are like walk slightly different because they're like different body types and stuff. But in this, they all just bounce up and down and move across the screen.
Let me see if I can find an old.
Yeah, just find like season 7 clip.
This?
Yeah.
Is this the old show?
Yeah, this is the old one.
Rafters.
What can I get for you?
Yeah, you can tell it's like.
Yeah, like you said, you can see all like the middle parts where they're turning, like you were saying.
You think, or are you sure? Because once I enter it in, they start making it.
Yeah, there is like a charm to the choppiness. It shows like the tiny little inconsistencies and errors that you would see in the human hand shows through. You know what I'm saying? The human influence. It looks less mechanical.
Loaf sandwich, please.
Yeah, man.
Now, I'm not necessarily a big, huge fan of this art style to begin with, but it's, you know, for like an animated sitcom, I guess it works.
We've watched like about 10 seasons. You get to like it.
We're not.
Yeah, so that's. But I heard the new Beavis and Butthead was pretty good. That new series, was it or no? I haven't really watched it at all.
I've not watched it either.
Oh wait, we need to watch.
Never really.
I need to. Oh, I was a huge Beavis and Butthead guy as a kid. You know, I used to emulate those guys.
Yeah.
I had a video game, a Beavis and Butthead video game. Wait, let me see if I can find this because people say kids don't emulate games. Well, guess again, because I got very much inspired by this Beavis and Butthead video game as a kid. I went and did this on top of my library. Wait, I played this game. Hell yeah! Wait, look at this.
Looking at cool.
This.
Look, a squirrel.
That's a game.
And then me and my friend were like, that's an awesome idea.
Do that again.
And the longer you go, you get like a green one that's like a super spit. Now these were the days.
Look, a squirrel.
Yeah, this is fun.
Isn't it awesome? It is epic gameplay.
Who's up there?
Anyway, so that's Beavis and Butthead for you. You never watched that Beavis and Butthead?
No. I've seen clips of it, obviously. I know of it, but I never watched it.
It was the shit, dude. We have a Simpleton X Dilly Gaff. I don't know what this is, but let's watch it real quick. Shout out to Simpleton X, one of our greatest guys.
I'm busting for a shit.
Now, actually, that's the new bumper. I'm
busting for a shit.
Now, actually, have you ever heard of Dilly Gad? It's really fun.
No, what is it?
Speaking of hating women, if you didn't hate women enough.
ILLIGAF, Dilly Gaff, and this is what it means. Do I look like I give a fuck, Dilly Gaff? Am I being direct enough?
Oh, Christ.
I could hear your pain.
What can you do?
This really sucks.
It's really painful that this exists.
You know what the thing is, though?
Oh my god!
In this song, do I look like I give a fuck? Dilly Gad? It's in my brain the whole week. It's been in my brain. It's so bad. Even the song is so gay. It's like this like a boomer. He thinks he's being cool. Like, do I look Dilly Gad? Do I look like I give a fuck? I hate the way he says that. This Australian, like I give a fuck, Dilly Gad, and this silly goose thought it was really funny.
Do I look
remix.
like I give a fuck?
We have our epic remakes too.
Do I look like I give a fuck?
Hey, excuse me?
I'll just grab a can while you play the
Okay, go
remix.
grab a quick can. We have a remix. We're really dilly gaffing it the fuck up in this place, aren't we, guys? I love dilly gaff. Then I'm going to show this real quick. So yeah, during the stream, I mentioned this before, during the stream with Liz, the garage stream, we asked people to make tulpas, and then Thana Toys, shout outs, he created this little puppet. I guess this guy makes figurines and stuff like that, I believe. But yeah, this is, he says, I fell into a deep slumber during SvenStreams and accidentally manifested a Sven Talpa again. Every time I try to stomp it under my boot, it distracts me with cool LED gloves. I don't know what to do. So this is the Sven that exists in his brain. Yeah, we'd like to see what Sven's Sven Talpai exists in yours. So yeah, please submit your Sven Talpa fan arts. All right. The Dilly Gaff Dilly Gaff is ours, basically. We're laying claim to Dilly Gaff. Liz goes, do you have a Sven Talpa? Let us know. Yeah, please let us know. We'd love to see your Sven Talpas. Let me see. Mimi's dead. Yes, spider bite. What else do we have? All right, let's just start off with some gross BIPOC stuff. We have this one. Usually we like to start off our streams with some BIPOCery. Now, today's stream is not going to be like 5 hours long because I am feeling exhausted after I lost a lot of blood yesterday. So there's some exhaustion happening. But I do think next week we will be doing perhaps the last garage stream, because I think we're about to finish that one. If Liz has the time to go do another garage let's play live stream. Relaxing. I love that game. I love it. Yeah. I even downloaded the mobile version. I was playing that during my plane during my flight.
I suppose I should just watch the stream of it, but what is the gameplay of that thing? Like the game point and click search thing.
So what's interesting about this game is it's made by an artist with a vision, with a crazy weird vision. Like you could tell this guy was like obsessed with like the fusion between, sort of like H.R. Geiger, where it's like the fusion between metal machinery and human flesh and stuff like that, right? So you can clearly tell, because he has a website, you can see some of his earlier artworks and stuff, because you can tell he's been exploring those ideas for years and years and years. And then he creates this video game, which is super obscure. Only a couple of hundred copies of that existed. It becomes like lost media. Some people find it in Japan. People start to hunt for it. They find a copy, they reverse engineer it, and it gets this big cult following online. And then eventually, inexplicably, like a couple of years ago, it gets this re-release out of nowhere on mobile and on PC. And that's the version that we are playing right now. And yeah, it's clear that it's like an artist with a vision and an idea. There's like deep ideas that you get to explore in this game. There's like Jungian philosophy in there. It's just really interesting. Like I have to finish the game to see what it truly is trying to say. But yeah, there's stuff about the Jungian shadow, and the shadow is stuck in this hellish metallic nightmare. And then the robots, they represent the human form on the surface above the Akashic record, and you're trying to find like core trauma memories to feed into the like it's fucking crazy. I love that type of shit.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? The visuals are dead good as well, aren't they? It's like that old school where they put something against a photo and then put some like creepy looking 3D on it.
Yes, it is like the old FMV full motion video type of shit, which I love that style. And yeah, you mentioned when we were doing the stream, you said it looks like Abe's Odyssey, which also that because Abe's Odyssey is also the setting is also like this, rusty machinery in this factory setting. Yeah, I love that type of aesthetic. So really, really good. I mean, look, it's very specific, but personally, I fucking love that game. It's like one of my favorite games that I've played in the past fucking 10 years. Honestly, that one. And I know that most people go like, "Why? What the fuck? You're on rails, driving around in circles, doing little missions." But it's interesting. You're really looking forward to what you encounter next. You know, it's like
you're actually in that world, exploring and stuff.
And it's like, but also the concepts are deep. You can tell there's somebody's actually trying to convey something properly and deep to you. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't it's what makes it not feel like a waste of time to me, because like, okay, this is interesting. I'm engaging with interesting concepts. You know what I'm saying? And one of the core things that you do is you go to these mechanical waifus. Like you have like big robot tit robots, and they ferment sewage or something like that. You have to feed them crabs that you get from the sewage. And by the way, here's another thing that I was thinking about, because there's this concept in like Japanese Buddhism called kagare, which has to do with like rot and decay and stagnation. So in the Japanese folklore, and that they always depict like stagnation and rot as like a rotting lake or something like that. Because when water doesn't flow, when there's no motion, that's when bacteria and all this crap starts to form.
Yeah.
So that's why I think that those themes are definitely present in this game. So I was thinking, is it meant to be pronounced garage, or are we supposed to pronounce it as garage? And is that a play on words of kagare? That's what I'm thinking. But maybe I'm completely wrong. That's just one of the thoughts that I had, because those themes, and then the crap that you pull up from the sewage, you feed it to the robot women. And then you have to suck on their tits for substance. You know what I'm saying? To keep rolling.
Yeah, man.
I don't know. That's fucking awesome. The metaphors are very deep. You know, it's very cool. I love that type of shit. So then, I was gonna. Speaking of garbage and sewage, here's our little BIPOC segment where black people and stuff do really gross things. Here, have you seen this one?
Wait,
Look at this. He's just sweeping the floor out, and he thought it would be a great addition as an ingredient to the soup, to the broth. Look at this, man. Oh my god, dude.
Oh my god.
Isn't this atrocious?
Yeah, it's bad, isn't it? Makes me wonder what I've eaten in my lifetime. Mike says, Ash, how do you say ego? Like that.
Oh,
ego.
yes. We were talking about that. Yeah. How do you say the concept, the psychological concept of ego? So I guess you just answered ego, right?
Yeah.
Because I've heard people from the UK pronounce it, and this really makes my skin crawl. They say ego.
I don't think they do. I've never heard that.
I swear to Christ, I've seen like lectures online where it's like, all right, yes, and then of course you have to integrate the ego, and when the ego, I'm like, can you please shut your fucking mouth and just say ego, okay, you fucking Nancy? Like, and this was a guy who, it's a guy. I think this is like, he's like associated with Carl Jung in the. He was like friends with Carl Jung's cousin or something like that, right? So he keeps using that. But yeah, he constantly says ego, the ego.
Yeah, I'll be one of them guys trying to sound posh by pronouncing it. This is how they said it in Latin or something like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Ego. Fucking hell, man. That really is so annoying. But okay, thank God you don't say ego.
No.
As recall says, Eggo is a brand of frozen waffles in the United States. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Milo Yiannopoulos with somebody who'd say Eggo. Yeah.
Definitely.
That type of Brit. The gay kind. Here, did you see this? Actually, there's a beautiful African queen. She's doing her hair. And she finds a little surprise in there.
We continue to give
a friend.
Holy shit.
There's a friend living in there. Well, I don't think it's alive anymore. But
and the skeleton of a cockroach.
To the poorest of the poor.
God damn it, that's so disgusting, isn't that? It was feeding off of these little flakes. That's what it was using. Oh my god! I would not.
She doesn't even notice it as she's doing this. She has no idea
that thing is still in there.
In the hair. Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't even call it but this is a huge motherfucker. This is like a giant cockroach.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is like an Indian street vendor sized cockroach that was living on her scalp. But
like a pregnant one.
If this happened to me, I would immediately cry and shave my head off, my head bald completely.
Yeah. Instead, you're just going to get angry at everyone else for seeing it. That's what they do.
Yeah.
If you notice how disgusting they are, they get angry and blame you.
Yeah, so you're saying they have no real healthy way of coping with their own emotions, and then they display that onto their environments with violence? Yeah. They don't really know how to self-soothe, do they?
No. They don't know how to fix a problem. They just know how to get angry that people are pointing out. That
so she'll find a big disgusting cockroach on her scalp due to no fault of anybody else. But then that will some emotions will arise in her: shame, embarrassment, anger. And then instead of dealing with that herself, her kids are gonna get beaten. The store's gonna get its windows destroyed. The car's gonna get flipped.
Precisely.
What a great people to be around constantly. All right, here. Speaking of black fatigue, this was the next video. People are really fatigued nowadays. This is the last one. This is the last BIPOC. Look at this. Look at this white woman. Look at this. What is this? Like, what the fuck are we doing? What are we doing here?
Is that in New York? New York trains, honestly. I think they should just blow up the subway at this point. Yes. Because it's where black people go to do insane, horrible things.
Yes.
It's not worth having it.
Yeah, they should just have dump trucks put like cement down the whole fucking system down there because it's done, dude. I saw the other day, I can't pull it up because it's too horrific. You see a video, I don't know if somebody else saw this. You see a subway station camera and it's filming, and you see a big fat black Shaniqua just like this. She pushes away a sign that says "Do not cross." She jumps down on the train tracks, and you see her go around the corner, like down the fucking tunnel. Okay. Yeah. Then a moment later, you see her coming running back in a panic because guess what? A fucking train is gonna come. And then she tries to desperately get back on the track. Now, guess what? It doesn't really work out for her. She gets completely run over, blood on the fucking on the subway. And everybody's like running and screaming. You know what this dumb bitch was doing?
What?
She was looking for the bathroom. She was
just got no sense in the world around him.
How do you? Oh, I bet the bathroom is around the corner. And then you're gonna push away a sign that says "Do not enter." You're gonna jump down on. Oh yeah, I'm sure they put the fucking toilets around the corner on the tracks in the track tunnel.
You know what really happened is she saw like a shaded place, and that's their natural environment to take a shit.
Oh, yeah, perhaps.
So she was in like a shadowy tunnel and thought, obviously, I'm just going to go out of this view and take a massive shit.
That might have been it. Yeah, she's like, okay, I'm too lazy to go back up. I'll just go take a quick piss down here. Surely everything's going to be safe around the corner here. And yeah,
can we watch
guess what?
Everyone's saying play it. I just want to see.
Oh, how would I find it?
I don't know.
But it's gory, dude. She gets ripped to shreds and shit. There's blood on the platform and everything. Let me see if I can find it.
Must have a copy somewhere laying around.
Yes, Azrael, you must know where that one is. Black woman hit by train. Is that what I'm going to type in? Hit by train. Oh, man. Really?
Type Reddit after it. That's how you find gore and stuff.
Oh, wait.
Just type Reddit and then...
Wait. I typed this into Twitter, and then it says to me, "You are not alone. If you or someone you know is affected by domestic or gender-based violence and needs support, you are not alone." Here, look. I typed in "black woman hit by train," and I get this. National domestic violence? Yeah, this is not good. I don't want to see too much. Oh, here it is. This is the video, though. This is the video. Look, you see "Do not cross." She went in there. Oh, no, wait. No! I want to see it! Okay, stupid video. I don't want to see that. I hate train hitting stuff.
I like a good train hit.
Look at this. What the fuck is this?
Oh, that's the one we've seen that one before. We talked about it. Do you remember?
Yeah. Somebody just lit somebody else on fire.
Yeah.
What is this? Oh, please. Get out of the way. Just get out. What are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you doing that?
That must be an Indian. What's that one with that blonde woman?
Which one?
Go back up. Go back up.
We sure we don't want to? I feel like we might find it.
Oh yeah, let's find the Shinique. Yeah.
Hit by train after pushed her on. There's a lot of train stuff happening. Yeah, this is the video. Can somebody just post it? Or is it even a black woman? Maybe it's a white woman. We have to take everything we said back.
What's that blonde woman one?
Which one?
Down a bit. Down
this?
A bit. Down a bit.
This one.
That one. Yeah.
She survived that one.
She got lucky.
She survived.
She got a bloody nose.
She's good. I also saw a video of a woman, like this influencer. She's like, playing with a dog, and the dog goes like this, and then it cuts, and then you see her crying a couple of weeks later, and she just has a hole for her nose. Like the dog bit her full nose off.
Oh, that'd be horrible.
Wait, shit, man. I can't. Maybe it's down here in the thread.
Oh, it says go back up.
Oh wait, this is in the Netherlands. Shit.
The Netherlands is still cool as fuck. It says it says video and then that link.
I saw something crazy the other day from a Dutch news source. Let me pull that up, maybe. They did an article about the Jews, and it's fucking bonkers how based that was. I thought they were hacked. Okay, let me see.
Apparently, Asricool has posted the proper video.
Well, here it is. We just found it though. Let's see.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, it's loading a little ad. Imagine they're selling ads on your death video. Here it is. Look, there she goes.
I need a piss.
Look, why would you do this?
Got no brain. She wasn't thinking about the future at all.
And then it's like, wow, wowzers. There she goes. Oh, whoopsie. Ah!
Oh!
And look. Oh, fuck. Here she rolls her. She gets like ripped to shreds over here. Look, there's blood everywhere. They're censoring it, but.
Yeah, man.
R.I.P. Oh, that really it shot some adrenaline through my chest. It doesn't make me feel good seeing death and murder.
No, but when it's blurred out, then I can sort of like.
It's not too bad,
bother me at all. Yeah, when the second is blurred, I don't even think about it.
Yeah, but I've seen. I know what's behind the blur because I saw the original video. You can the blood goes. You can basically see her torso get like ripped off the rest of her body, and then blood just gushes onto the platform.
Yeah, imagine being on that train, seeing that. That'd probably fuck you up for life, wouldn't it?
I've been on a train once that hit a guy.
Well, yeah.
And
did you see the
in the Netherlands? So I'm on a train. I'm like way in the middle of the train, and even where I was sitting, like tiny little blood speckles were on the side of my window. So this guy must have fucking exploded, and then they let us out the other side of the train, so I didn't see anything. Thank fucking God. But yeah, I was on one of those ones.
Yeah.
Well, this. Why is she doing it? She just thinks she's big, black, and beautiful?
Probably, yeah.
Is she wearing a tefillin type of thing on her head? Like a Jewish tefillin?
I think they do a lot of drugs and all these blacks. She's probably like tripping out on something.
So she's just feeling herself? She's just listening to her music? She thinks...
Yeah.
This is fucking ridiculous. Look at this. This is society now. Look. This woman's going to work. This woman... She's working on her dissertation. She's going to her job. And then you have to deal with this fucking retard.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
that pained look on a white woman's face when she's pretending something's not happening. She just fucks with it.
Yeah, they're literally pretending this is not happening in the corner. That's where we are at, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so we have this. This is something exciting. So apparently we love Jim Norton and his transsexual husband. Nikki Norton.
Yeah.
Somebody posted this. I have not watched this yet, but apparently Nikki Norton, the tranny, had a mental breakdown and quit their podcast.
Sweet. And there's video.
There's video of her. So she posted something. This is that guy, the junior. Isn't that guy with the lisp?
Yeah, that black guy.
Yeah. Ugh. Well, anyways, hopefully he doesn't talk too much during this. Hopefully this lispy black dysgenic retard doesn't talk over it too much.
And I don't want to hear any of this bullshit. Oh, Nikki, you're being a victim. Like you've said your fair share. Shut the fuck up. Like literally shut the fuck up. I don't give a fuck. I really don't give a fuck. Seriously, fuck you people. You can all go fuck yourselves.
Wow.
Okay.
Jim's got to deal with that fucking crazy travel.
Wait, Jim says something in the background. Can you please, honey, please?
Yes.
Wait, let's listen to it again.
This is like the new Kumia video where Danny go out.
Yes. Let's see if I guess we'll have to listen to this to the black dysgenic lispy guy's hair-lipped retards commentary to get the full context of this.
Any of this bullshit. Oh, Nikki, you're being a victim. Like you've said your fair share. Shut the fuck up.
Did she throw a bunch of furniture or
like
something?
Literally shut the fuck up. I don't give
Yeah,
a
it looks
fuck.
really messed, doesn't it?
I really don't give a fuck.
Remember how tidy Jim Norton's
fuck you
apartment
people.
were
You
before?
can all go fuck
Like
yourselves.
proper autistically OCD clean way.
Okay, so
Yes.
Jim Norton's transgendered wife, Nikki Norton, had a mental breakdown and quit their podcast, Sword Fight. I mean, mental breakdown kind of makes sense. I mean, this is Jim Norton's wife. But then she posted this. Yo,
This is
pod
at
not
1.5
going
times
anywhere, guys.
speed.
I'm joking, you sillies. After my surgery, we're going to have to change the name, though, because there won't be
Is she
any
getting a
sword...
cock chopped off?
Oh, no. Jimmy is a gay guy. He wants that cock. Jimmy needs that cock. This is hilarious. Yes, this rules.
Holy fuck.
Jimmy is always saying how he's not gay, but I bet he's not going to like his tranny boyfriend anymore when he gets rid of the cock.
Totally. He is not going to be happy whatsoever. That marriage is over once that cock's gone.
That's so fucking funny, dude. Oh, no. Ew, look at his cock.
...to fight with. Suggestions. Now...
Yeah, this tranny is having like a crazy like tranny mental breakdown. I tried to look up the context yesterday when I was in bed, so I went to her IG, his IG, but there's a bunch of like sexy pictures where she's showing her ass and stuff, so I immediately, I'm not gonna scroll through that for 1 second. If anybody else is up for that task to find some golden freak out nuggets, but I'm not even gonna sub to that shit, you know what I'm saying? I
No,
don't
it could
want to
fuck
see
up
it.
your algorithm following that shit.
Oh yeah,
Or even
it
looking
already
at it.
my algorithm already is fucked up with like Indian train accidents. I can't. I don't want any tranny stuff on top of that. It's gonna make me depressed. I already have a blood disease.
going to be an issue. Jim Norton has stated before that he does not want.
This is 1.5 times speed that this video is at.
But now he said ultimately, I don't care. You can do what you want to do. But Jim Norton has
2 times
stated
speed.
he does not want her to get the surgery because Jim Norton is a gay man. He's a pickle smoocher, and if she gets rid of the pickle,
I hate it when guys have like witty. It's like Mr. Medicare would also do stuff like that. Huh, come on, man. Yeah, Jim Norton. He's like, hey, Chad. Jim Norton is a pickle smoocher. He's a yammy jammer. Like stuff. It's like, ugh. Can you just be normal, please?
I mean, Jimmy's not going to be happy. So something tells me if she actually gets this surgery, everything's gonna start snapping in Jimmy's mind. He's gonna out of nowhere just be like, wait a minute, why am I married?
That is true. This is gonna be one big giant fucking disaster, as anybody could have predicted.
Why wouldn't I just get a real chick? Jimmy,
I bet he's already out there getting prostitutes again. He was too much of an addict, weren't he? He wasn't stopped.
I mean, he is very old. Why doesn't he just get a normal, younger woman that can take care of him? You know what I'm saying? Why a man? Like, what the fuck is wrong? You're a millionaire in a high-rise apartment in New York City. I'm sure you can get a chick. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? What's wrong with you, dude?
I think he's in England at the minute. Touring England, doing loads of shows.
Yeah, he needed to get out of that house, probably. And now she's destroying the place, having a tantrum. Oh, that's so embarrassing, dude. Imagine.
Yeah. Yeah, do you think he's looking at these stories she's posting?
He's like,
look at the
you're
state of that
ruining my
room."
brand. You're ruining everything. Yeah, man, you shouldn't have your wife, husband, be involved in any of your shit because just this is gonna happen. Like, how embarrassing.
Jimmy has told us who he is all along, so she might be jeopardizing her marriage by getting that surgery.
Yeah, and she's jeopardizing his business.
Besides that, they haven't even dropped an episode of Sword Fight in a while. I mean, Jimmy's been plugging along doing his podcast and doing other people's podcasts, and he did his special on YouTube. I haven't watched the entire thing, but from what I saw, it wasn't that bad, to be completely honest with you. And it's nice to see someone drop his special on YouTube and not buy a bunch of bots to inflate the view count. But I mean,
well, he did get rid of his chat because we were in there making fun of him for being gay. Remember, we were in. Jim Norton released his special on YouTube, and we were live in the live chat making fun of him for being gay. And then he put. You can do a little tick that says "No longer replay chat." Don't replay the live chat. So yeah, that was disabled. I wonder why.
Jimmy's got a problem here with his wife. I mean, she was already kind of getting a lot of backlash for trying to be too involved with Jim Norton's life and stuff, but...
Yeah,
he must be sick to death.
It wasn't a joke. She was legitimately having a mental breakdown. She posted that she wanted to quit the podcast, and she was going off on everyone online. But she is contemplating getting the surgery. And like I said...
Okay, good. Well, this is a good new arc in the Jim Norton-Nikki story. I hope she gets to... Imagine now you have... So Jim Norton is gay, but he's too afraid to go all the way, right? So he gets the tranny. So at least he gets to suck a cock or get pegged in the ass or whatever these guys do. Whatever degenerate, disgusting, heinous acts these guys are up to nowadays. And
when
now...
the smells they're creating.
Yeah, and now, well, imagine the smells. He has to lay next to a guy dilating a flesh wound with a glass fucking pipe, a glass dildo.
Yes.
Shit everywhere. Because it's like colon. They make that out of your colon, right?
It's just a massive fucking wound. A massive wound is trying to heal.
Yeah, the body's like, this needs to be healed up. This is a flesh wound, needs to be healed up. So in order to prevent nature from running its course and healing your wound in between your legs, you need to put a glass dildo in there to dilate your flesh wound that smells like a colon.
Yeah, and he's just full of pus and stuff because it's just a big wound.
Yeah, and so now Jimmy, this gay guy, Jimmy Norton, no longer gets to get pegged or suck a cock. No, now he has to put his dick in a rotting flesh wound.
A man's rotting flesh wound.
Oh, that's disgusting. That's so satanic. Yeah, but that's what you get. That's what you get when you make... Look, life's choices, they take you down a path. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you made one little choice that led to a couple other ones, and now you're in too deep, and now you're fucked. Welcome to hell, retard. Welcome to hell, idiot. Who would have thought marrying a crazy, mentally ill tranny was a bad idea, Jamie Norton? What an idiot.
He could have never seen this coming. It's not his fault.
Another exciting thing happened. Jordan Peterson cried again in public. Again. Have you seen this, Ash?
He's completely lost his brain, man. He's completely gone in.
What a
entirely insane.
Look at him. This is so embarrassing. I'm so sick of it. I have not watched this. I don't know what the reason is for his crying. We'll figure it out. Because as everybody knows, so Jordan Peterson, he signed a contract a couple of years ago with the Daily Wire. He will never talk about the Jews. He always talks about Dostoevsky and all this stuff. And then when people go, hey, what about Dostoevsky's book when he talks about the Jewish Bolsheviks? He goes, I'm sorry, I cannot talk about that one. Oh, I wonder why you refuse to talk about that. He talks about the logos and truth. Oh, hey, how about this subject? No, I will not talk about that ever because I get paid by Jews and I'm on pills and I'm crazy. So he's fallen off his entire base. He used to be there to speak up for young men that were disenfranchised. He was like their digital dad, telling them to clean up their room and all that stuff. And now he's throwing them under the bus. He's calling them trolls, all this stuff. And I guess it's weighing on him. His decline in popularity is running perpendicular to his decline in mental health. Yeah?
His audience are like these psychotic little men have all grown up a little bit now, and now they've turned on him, the father figure.
Yeah, so but he also turned on them. he also turned on them. You know what I'm saying? He's like, these psychopathic internet trolls. It's like a disease. They're trying to make it into a disease and stuff like that. It's like psychopathy. Okay, weren't they saying if you're like anti-Semitic, it's like a mental viral disease? If you criticize Israel, if you criticize who is funding his pockets, what Jewish mobster is funding his pockets, that means that you have a mental disorder. You need to be lobotomized and locked up. Okay, let's see why he's fucking crying now. I'm sick of Jordan Peterson's fucking get the fuck out of here. I used to like
demoralization, you know, and it's part of.
Yeah, he had a complete mental breakdown when he
broadly speaking, and sometimes
come back to life.
Yeah,
he come back as a different man.
Yeah, why did he go into the coma again? Because he went to.
He got addicted to pills or something.
No, he drank apple cider vinegar and then he went completely mentally insane or something. He literally said that. He said that once.
Time, yeah. But I think what actually happened is he got addicted to pills, but no one would give him this crazy coma treatment in America or Canada. So he went to Russia to get this crazy coma treatment.
But there is some weird shit too with him in Russia. His wife looks like a clone of Stalin, literally. Jordan Peterson's wife, if you don't know what she looks like, she literally looks like Stalin. Can we find that? What's her name? Chrissy Peterson? What is her name again? Does anybody know?
I don't know.
She looks like Joseph Stalin, dude.
Not very good looking. How did she even give birth to? Mind you, Michaela's had loads of work, hasn't she?
Oh yeah, she looks completely different. Wait, we need to do a little test here. Oh wait, 1 second. Give me one hot freaking second. Don't look at this. That's secret.
That's cool. Is that like a new poster?
Yeah, that's a new banner for the Comic-Con.
Alright, cool.
Well, I guess I can show that to people. But we need to do this real quick, this. And then there's Stalin. I'm stalling for time right here, come on. Where is this motherfucker? I mean, it's literally 1-to-1. This is Joseph Stalin. Let's not kid around. Sorry, guys, 1 second. Okay, I got it. All right, coming back. 1 second. Here it is. Look.
Yeah, man.
Isn't that
like the same nose? Yeah, the nose that hangs down, the eyebrows. Yeah.
It's Joseph Stalin. His wife is Joseph Stalin, and also Jordan Peterson's entire house is filled with communist era artworks. By the way, did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Jordan Peterson's whole goddamn house. Look. He has like one of the biggest communist artwork collections. Here, look at this. Here, there's Lenin standing there. This is all communist art in his house, his entire house. Why?
Wild.
Why? Because I just have a particular interest in that history. Okay, so your wife is some weird MK Ultra Joseph Stalin clone, communist Soviet Spetsnaz clone of Joseph Stalin. Your whole house is filled with communist art. You work for Jewish Bolshevists. This guy needs to be investigated. You were saying this.
Yeah,
I'm working on this one right now, guys. Look at this. This is for the Comic-Con. Quick spoiler.
That was cool as fuck. Yeah, man. Is that a vape or something he's smoking?
Yeah, he has like a metal cigar vape. Pretty cool.
Cool.
He's one of those guys who loves cigars, you know? He's like the Andrew Tate type of guy.
Yeah, he loves
really is kind of. He is kind of like that. Okay, so yeah, what were we talking about? Oh, yeah, he's crying. Let's see what he's fucking crying about now, this guy.
This demoralization, you know, and it's part of fatherlessness. broadly speaking, and sometimes.
Oh, look. So he says this demoralization. It's about father. So he's going back on track. Now he's trying to get back into the good graces of like the boys, the kids, the chuds, the groypers. He's like pretending to be sad again that men are like aimless. That's what we're doing again, because you've been yelling at them for the past 6 months that they're having mental disease.
I'm specifically, and I could see the pathway to rectifying that. Like the pathway to rectifying that, as far as I've been able to understand, and I've understood this more deeply
you cry too
as
much.
the years have gone by, is that
too much.
Man, it's like, look, I understand that it gets the clicks. By the way, speaking of crying, we know what we're going to do after this. I pulled up a bunch of videos. Compilate. We're going to do a gauntlet, a Jazza Cries gauntlet. You remember Jazza?
Yeah, how could I forget?
How could you forget? He's one of our main guys nowadays. Jazza, we watched. The last thing we watched is him with his retarded son. No, we can't say that. His autistic son going to a REM fair or something.
Yeah, that was class.
But yeah, he cries a lot. And I guess
when he started saying something, he made his name something like Goy or something.
Yeah, or Kike or something. Goy.
We are the Goy.
We are the Goy.
Kike.
And he's yelling that. He's like yelling anti-Semitic slurs naively. And then so he goes, that's actually very offensive to us, to Jewish people. Oh, I'm so sorry about those. I'm crying. But yeah, he cries a lot. I think if you're an algorithm type of guy, if you're like ruled by the algorithm, at a certain point you will just organically find out, oh wait, crying, that's one of the tricks that I have in my in my hat that I can pull out when I need some more clicks. So I'll cry a little bit.
Yeah,
that'll get the click.
Like a genre of video in it that you can just pull out.
Yeah, it's just one of the tricks that you have in your assortment to get some stuff going, to get some more attention going. Because that's why look, even, if like when Joe Rogan has like a little cry, didn't he have like a cry at some point about something? Maybe somebody died or something, I don't know. Or he gets emotional about something. Joe Rogan?
Yeah, probably.
I think he did. And then that goes viral because it's like one of those things. And Jordan Peterson tried that out one time. It went massively viral and then he just kept doing it. But I also think he's just mentally not in a good place.
Me too, because he'll do like 3 interviews in a day and he'll cry in every single interview. He's fucking crazy. About an hour into every interview, he just starts crying.
Yeah, he's
just gonna
fucking
go for a piss.
crazy. Yeah. Why does he cry this much? It's inappropriate. You should never see a man. But he brands himself as like, I'm this fatherly figure. I'm like this stand-in internet father for this lost generation. I've never seen my dad cry ever.
Exactly.
Never.
That's why he can't. The first time he cried, he ruined himself as a male role model in forever.
Yeah, I think if I would have seen my dad cry, I'd be like, all right, do you think I'll ever listen to any of you? Lost your complete authority there, you fucking bitch.
Yeah, exactly.
I think when my dad's father died, he was obviously upset, but he just went into a different room to mourn for 5 minutes and then he got back to work. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see any tears or anything. I think before my dad came out of the room, he blew dry. My dad blew dry his eyes like to make them dry. So it didn't even. He wouldn't even let himself be caught with like a sort of like moist eye. My dad. You know what I'm saying? Because that's already kind of gay. If you have a flicker in your eye, if your eyes are wet as a man, you're already threading that line.
You're a bitch.
You're a fucking bitch, dude. Yeah, make sure your eyes are dry as like a rock, please, if you're a guy. Okay, let's see what this guy is up to.
We're built for adventure.
I'm just going to go for a piss, mate.
All right. Okay, I'll read the chat because you need to be here for this one. Yeah, Jordan Peterson, he's crying again. Amazing Disgrace says, my dad laughed at a movie so hard he had tears. That's a lot. That's cool. That's no problem with that. You can cry laughing. That's fine. He's simpering, says Leo. Low T as fuck. Yeah. Crazy Cat says, Peterson thinks crying equals sincerity and vulnerability. He doesn't know the term crocodile tears. Yeah, is that what it is? There might be an aspect of that where he just thinks like, oh, look, I'm showing vulnerability, but I feel like he's lost control of it. Because I guess you could have like, oh, there's some humility here. You can tell he really cares. He's really sincere. He really feels so deeply for this lost generation. Look how much he cares. But it's like, if you're constantly fucking crying, you lose that sincerity, yeah. And it does become crocodile tear territory there. Alfonso Riley says, my Jap's eye weeps for peers. You're Japanese? Domo arigato! Sayonara! When I went to Vietnam, we went to a 5-star Michelin pho, which is like their version of noodles, like meat noodles, pho place. This place looked like a fucking dump. It's a 5-star place. Wait, let me see if I can find this picture of it. Fuck, I should have shown this on my... Here, it looks like this. Look at this dump. But this is a 5-star place, so we go there, and then you're seated because it's so busy. It's like a line outside. You get seated with other people. Okay, so they go, okay, here, sit here, and I'm sitting at a table, me and my wife, and across from us just strangers, and it was it was like a Japanese couple, and I'm like trying to make jokes with them, like, oh yeah, oh itadakimasu, and they're like, yeah. All right, I guess we're not doing this. I guess we're not having any fun here. I'm like, ooh. I'm like, oh, spicy, right? And they're like, oof. Like,
is this one of them restaurants you see on TV where everyone sits around the chef and he like flings things onto your plate?
Look, again, Ash, this is a 5-star Michelin restaurant. This place, right. this dump.
Were expensive as fuck?
No, not expensive at all.
Oh.
But there was. And again, I'm explaining. Somebody mentioned the Japanese, and this sparked a memory that I have because I was sitting. They just put you in this place. And you sit you at a table next to other people. You're sitting across from strangers.
Yeah, that sounds awkward.
Yeah, but I'm good. So I'm like, oh, hi there. When you sit there, it's awkward. You're sitting next to me, and my wife, next to 2 other strangers. They were Japanese.
Yeah, and also, when you're eating, you don't want to be speaking to the person to the side of you, do you? You speak to the person across from you.
Yes, yeah. So I'm trying to make little joke. I'm trying to make little jokes, and it was not a great crowd. I'll tell you that much. So I said, when Japanese people start eating, they say "itadakimasu." Now I thought this is gonna get a huge, thunderous applause. They're gonna ask for my Instagram. They're gonna love me after this one. Okay, so I'm like prepping. I'm like, how do you say that again? It is in my brain. I'm like, itadakimasu. Yeah, I think that's what Naruto used to say when he ate his noodles. So I go, hey, I'm like, all right, here I go. So I look at them like, hey, itadakimasu, and then they go this. Okay. I'm like, all right, okay then.
Never spoke to him again for the entire
meal. I tried a couple more times. I did a couple more little bits, but I forget what it was. Also, the Japanese, they slurp very loudly. Like I'm trying to eat politely. I'm trying to cut my noodles with a knife, so they're very small. You don't hear a slurp coming from me. And she's slurping. This Japanese woman is slurping like a motherfucker, and I'm trying to get eye contact with my wife. I'm trying to make eye contact with my wife, like, look, get a load of this bitch. But my wife knows what I'm doing, so she's just turning away from me further because she just doesn't want to laugh. And I'm like, one thing I said, I forget what I said. I said a couple more Japanese things that didn't land. But I also said, like, I went, so this woman's like going like this, looking for tissues. And I hand her the tissues and I go like, "Pooh, spicy, right?" And then she goes, well, all right, I guess I no luck here.
I said a couple more Japanese things.
Yeah, I think I said something. I forget. I said something about like, oh yeah, I said
stuff from anime.
I think I said "Watashi wa gaijin" or something. I said that, which means I'm a foreigner. Look at me, I'm a foreigner. And and they just got literally like, please, can we not? Can we please not be with you here anymore? Yeah, it was not. Yeah, and my wife was like, "Oh, we should go back to Pho 10." I'm like, "I'm never gonna go back there. I don't want to sit next to strangers ever again in my life."
Yeah,
at a table.
You just get like a 2-seater table.
No, you get in there. There's like a line of people outside, so they need to get you in there as quickly as possible and out as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just see this again. What the fuck is this guy crying about?
The way to rectifying that, as far as I've been able to understand, and I've understood this more deeply as the years have gone by, is that we're built for adventure, Pierce, and you take on adventure by taking on maximal responsibility, and that's the symbol of hoisting your cross voluntarily and trudging up the hill, right? And that's the symbol upon which our...
Okay, so are you Christian? Well, that begs the question. Oh, Christian, what does that even mean? What is what? What does what mean? What does you mean? What is he? Who am I? So he's constantly talking. Just say you're Christian then.
Did we see that video where he was like debating all these little kids?
We watched that.
Yeah,
we watched it. He got decimated by a bunch of college students, this fucking loser.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, they say, well, you are nothing. I'm done talking to you. We are built for adventure. Yes, we are built for adventure, but it's no longer possible. You know what I'm saying? The earth has been charted. We have... what is that? Abundancy capitalism. Everybody, there's nothing to do. We have nothing to do. So yes, we displace our fucking Hyperborean spirit, the spirit of war and adventure. We have to funnel that into like video games, you know, just to not go out there and chop somebody's fucking head off.
Because the world's way too overpopulated, so there's literally nowhere to explore where it ain't just full of shit people.
Yeah, everything's done, and you can't conquer anything. What are we gonna do? There's nothing to do anymore, so we're basically done. Well, we could we could conquer back our nations, but that's the reason that's not happening is because we're pacifying ourselves by simulating war. All the white guys are at home transmuting their Hyperborean war spirit into Call of Duty, you know what I'm saying? And then they go, all right, I guess that kind of does the trick. I guess I'll go to bed now and just be a neat or go wage cuck all day for the shit society, to keep the shit society running for the foreigners, for all the foreigners that are coming in. I read this article yesterday. In Amsterdam, they were doing an experiment, they called it. And you know what the experiment was?
Go on.
They're going to give the welfare queens 150 euros extra a month. Okay, as a reward for doing nothing. And then the reason they call it an experiment is because you're not allowed to just up the welfare for no reason. So they're just gonna do it under the guise of an experiment because it's basically Amsterdam is run by communists. And then the experiment is when you give somebody extra money without for no reward. Will that make them stress? Will that make them stressful or not? Or will that ease their stress? And it's like...
That's the experiment.
yeah, whenever you give me free money, I'm going, I'm so stressed about that. Yeah, what a fucking stupid experiment. And then they said, what was it? Somalis or... one of these black nations. 99% of the I forget what it's Somalis or something like that. Immigrants in Amsterdam were on welfare. 99%, so all of them basically. And then also they all go back to their countries of origins for vacation too. Just a complete fucking farce. What are we doing? When is this gonna end? When is somebody gonna do something? Can we get up and do something about this? Just get them out. Get the fuck out. It's enough. Why are we letting this happen?
I don't know. Honestly, it must just be like they must be trying to destroy us. They must be.
Yes, 100,000%, dude. They're saying it out loud. They're trying to destroy us. It's revenge time for destroying their temple. That's why. Okay, let's keep watching.
Society is founded, and the adventure of life justifies its suffering, and it's maximized with maximal responsibility. And it's maximized with truth, because if you tell the truth, What should
Responsibility over
happen
what?
as a consequence
And
of
you
the
don't
truth
tell the
makes
truth, you
itself
fucking
manifest
liar.
in the world. And that's the best possible outcome. But it's also the most adventurous thing that you can do, the most exciting thing you can do, hands down. There's
What?
nothing that compares
What's exciting?
to
Taking
that
responsibility
pathway
for
of
what? There's nothing to take responsibility for.
maximal
Everything's gone.
Responsibility, voluntary responsibility, and truth. And I understand that deeply.
Oh, you do? Okay, can you talk about Dostoevsky's book about the Jews? Can you talk about that? No! What are you talking about then? You fucking liar? Yeah, why is he so red? Because he's crying.
I know he gets so red, doesn't he? Like literally like a light bulb being turned on inside his skull.
They should have picked a different hue for this city background because yes, his redness contrasts so much with this light baby blue sky. You know what I'm saying?
Two primary colors against each other.
It makes it even more apparent that he's like about to explode. His head is about to explode.
At a religious level, I understand that that's the symbolic world on which our productive and peaceful culture was properly founded. And I've seen the effect of communicating that to people, thousands of people. And it's a great privilege
oh my God,
to
look at these
serve that role, but it's also overwhelming. You know,
oh my God, you're still doing this?
One of the things that made me, I was ill for quite a long time. And I think that that was part of the reason, just seeing this, like this malaise so deep. And that's also so easily addressed in a sense. You know, it's that paradoxical combination of depth of suffering and ease of rectification, you know, and I kind of understood what the conservatives have done wrong all along. You know, they tend to moralize in a finger-wagging way. You know, you should do this, you should do that. And there's truth in that, you know, that imposition of mature structure on immature hedonism and disunion and disorientation. But it's much better to talk to young people about morality and truth as an
Yes, yeah. Without audio, this could be about a ghost pepper challenge.
adventure than as a moral burden, as something that enlightens and offers opportunity, which it absolutely 100% does. I've had so many young men come to me. I don't know how many, but there's thousands of them. Like it's continual.
Now here's what Jordan Peterson is fighting for. He's trying to get this off the ground. He wants to have like anonymity taken away from the internet. Basically, his whole attack is on like groypers, these chuds, these like white kids that are like noticing online. That's his main target. He calls them sociopaths. And that's why we need like universal ID scanned internet, so there's no longer any anonymous revolt against, you know, our overlords. That's who this guy works for.
Who say, you know, I was completely disoriented and lost 5 years ago. You know, I started putting my world in order a little bit, making my bed, you know, in that cliche.
He's like, I'm crying because I see these men come up to me and they say, oh my God, you know how much I love you? You did so much for me. That's what he's been saying for years. You know what I'm saying? We've heard this all before, Jordan. We get it. You're a really good guy. You really help a lot of people, and you're really sincere and like deep and emotional about it.
At least it's a gesture in the right bloody direction, trying to tell the truth. Because now I understand that that's necessary, trying to act responsibly, and like my life is completely turned around. And you know, these are guys who are usually standing up straight, and they have a girlfriend, and maybe they have a baby, and maybe they're married, and you know, they were bloody suicidal rebels 5 years ago.
All right, Jordan Peterson cried again. I'm sick of him, sick of hearing about his nonsense. I think it's about that time that we get into some Jazza crying. A lot of crying stuff today. We love to watch men cry. It's one of our favorite things to do. So here's Jazza. This is such a trite Maudlin. I love maudlin. That word maudlin. I think I learned that from Anthony Cumia. Maudlin. How would you explain maudlin? Like this fake sentimentality, like where you just you're purposely trying to teeter jerk or something like that.
I'd say more like miserable. That's what I associate maudlin with.
I'm gonna type in maudlin right now. I'm gonna get the definition. Self-pityingly or tearfully sentimental.
I think we're both right.
We're both sort of right. But so that's what it is. So it's a self-pity. Oh, look at me. Yeah, you're trying to tear jerk, just sentimentality, right? So this is him. And the video is called If I Could Talk to Myself 10 years ago. Ugh, I already hate the concept. Okay, let's watch this. Oh, what a good
That's me from 10 years ago. I was a literal neckbeard. If I could go back 10 years and say something to myself, what do you think it would be? Maybe I'd say, bro, you nearly licked Aaron Hansen. If you were just a little bit more seductive, you could have been a game grump. Maybe I'd break the news to myself that I never become a pop icon, at least in the way I was trying. I don't know if I could handle the idea that all the songs I was writing about the girls I had crushes on never won their hearts. Maybe I'd tell myself to be quiet once in a while. Jesus! So obnoxious. I guess some things never change. Now, the reason for this video is actually because it's Huion's 10th anniversary, and one of the things I've invited people to do on social media is
Why would
to
Huion sponsor my videos? Oh, because I say nigger. I forgot about
10 years ago. So before we get to my conversation with myself, I just want to thank Huion.
Tablet companies don't really
They've just launched a stunning and
nigger.
affordable 4K drawing tablet, and they've got loads of prizes and discounts and competition or for art. Stunned at the amount of great products and new releases. Humble beginning. They have been a support to this channel. Or improving on your art and animation. Why don't you make
okay?
So where was I?
Crying.
Oh yeah, that guy. So as you know, I'm pretty cringe. Now that hasn't changed, but I was extra cringe 10 years ago. I was trying really hard.
Yeah, must be watching SvenStreams.
And yeah, that kind of thing, especially when it's as obnoxious as it was.
I did say and embarrass myself at that festival.
After we did that big takedown of him like a couple of years ago, he started using the thing where he goes like, I have imposter syndrome. That was our big conclusion to that video. Was that he has imposter syndrome? And he started using that, so who knows, but...
It'd be pretty grating, a bit desperate on the surface, but, you know, I meant well. And I worked my guts out back then. I mean, I still do, but it didn't really bring much to show for it. But honestly, 10 years ago was the toughest period of my life, which is why I wanted to make this video. I think in part because it's good to look back and remind yourself of where you come from or what you've been through, but also I think maybe there might be some people watching this who are going through a tough time and struggling.
They always do this, so it's this maudlin, self-congratulatory, sentimental shit, right? This is like, he's stroking his own fucking cock because he needs to show up. It's like showing your diary, right? It's like, yeah, guys, look how interesting this is, right? This is what I went through. But then, but then they go like, well, it's actually a service. I'm doing a service to you because it might help people feel better. It's like, get the fuck out of here. Dude, you fucking douche.
The other side might look like, or that there might be another side, and I think sometimes a bit of shared perspective can help.
Oh, fuck off. Oh, yeah,
10 years ago,
to help.
Well, first of all, I was going like the Flash market, where I made Flash games and animation. Let's just say it was going downhill fast. Previously, I was doing pretty well in this space. In fact, I got a shitty mortgage for a shitty house. I had a shitty car that I used to use a Kmart jump starter pack to hook up to the battery every time I turned it on. The window was held up by a coat hanger and the fabric of the roof were held on by staples, but it was my shitty car and my shitty house. I was going to say, that guy Plague of Gripes, he does this stuff too. Look at that, no. Oh wait, it's him.
Ash, imagine if I drew this. Guys, all kidding aside. And then I drew me from
you healing someone who's crying.
No, that's himself. He's Ash. That's him. Himself. Yes, he's drawing himself.
Oh my god!
It's gonna be all right. I'm gonna draw myself sitting in the middle right now, my old self from 10 years ago and my future self, and I'm skiing with them, you know? I'm jerking them off. It's me in the middle.
Wanking him off.
Yeah, I'm wanking off my old self and my future self. I'm jerking both of them off at the same time. That's what I'm going to do. Hopefully this really helps out somebody out there. I'm drawing myself skiing myself. I really think this is going to help somebody out there. Some shared perspective. What a fucking douche.
And I had a $700 credit card that I never raised the limit on because it was always maxed out. I was terrified. I shot something in the street every week. That was something I did.
Drawing porn of myself. Pleasuring myself.
At the same time, it was
time loop.
When you're 21, be a 36.
Barely enough money just to pay for the train at home, which was really demoralizing. I did everything I could to make ends meet and keep
But it's a service. I'm doing everybody a service, you know?
I sold my drum kit and my prize.
They might find some truth and some
my debut
perspective.
Album, just to try and keep the bills paid. And if I'm honest, it was extra hard because nobody brought my album.
Oh, is that real?
That was probably because it was bad. I mean, it was really bad. So maybe that's
can we find that?
No, I never let that stuff get me down.
Yeah, guys, can we find it for next week? Please find his album. We want to listen to some of Jazza's music.
Context.
Yeah,
I feel like I've always had a pretty good outlook when it comes to just sort of getting by. But it was more the personal stuff that I struggled with. My self-esteem in particular. And
why were you talking about it?
It was around this time that I left my childhood religion, which I guess gave me a lot of sense of my identity for 21 years. And to be honest, a lot of friends, social groups that I was a part of. So 10 years and 2 months ago, I found myself without many friends and with kind of a blank slate as far as figuring out who I was or what my life was all about. I didn't like...
If he grew up in a different time, if he grew up right now, he would have trooned out. He would have become trans, you know what I'm saying? He really got lucky that he's a little bit older. He's like my age. He would have been fucking gay and trans right now.
A lot. And I struggled with bulimia all through my late teens.
Bulimia?
And I was getting counselling for it around the time.
What is that again?
It was around here that I started.
Where you make yourself sick.
It was
like the trans of his generation.
How I saw myself. How little respect I had for myself.
So when you're bulimic, that's like, what is bulimia? I want to look it up a little bit.
But you make yourself sick to be thin.
Oh.
So like you'll eat a meal and then just make yourself sick.
Oh yeah, it's like anorexia type of thing.
Yeah, I think.
Oh no, wait, it's marked by uncontrolled episodes of overeating called binging. This is followed by purging with methods of vomiting, laxative. Oh yeah.
So what a cool thing to do.
That's really dope as a guy.
At the time. 10 years and 1 month ago, my best friend Alex died in a car crash.
Oh no, wait, he's crying.
I wasn't equipped to deal with a lot at the time. And 10 years and 1 month ago, my best friend Alex died in a car crash.
Aww.
So 10 years ago, I was broke. I had a failed career, and I was lost and very lonely.
You were getting sad about Mimi dying, so you go and draw a picture.
I'm going to draw a picture of me jerking off Mimi real quick. Yeah, I'm going to draw a picture of me jerking off Mimi's coiled, weird cat penis. Crying, hoping it'll help somebody out there. Some shared perspective. Oh man. Yeah, but he's just like, and then my friend died, which was also very hard on me. Yeah, I'm sure the person who died enjoyed not being here anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But no, this is more about how it made him feel. You know what I'm saying?
If I could say anything to myself 10 years ago, it'd be, don't worry. Everything's gonna be all right. not just all right. Everything
isn't all right with him. Like he can't sell his
not even
pen.
amazing, dude. 10 years from now, every dream you've ever had.
His box of garbage, his box of Chinese
the stuff you
garbage.
make is going to be seen a billion times over.
He can't sell his garbage anymore. He has to practically give it away for free. That literally happened. So he creates these boxes of garbage with like pens and little. What is this? He's showing his children again. You can't do that, dude. It's such a dumb idea. You know what I'm saying? Oh, wait, he's crying. He's fucking
He just
crying.
hoping he'll make
You're
some
going to call
money
your
before
son
his
Mini
kids on
Jazza in
film.
videos you make just to keep his name private, but he'll cotton onto that. He doesn't mind. In fact, he loves it. He calls himself Mini Jazza just because he wants to be just like his
Maudlin.
And your daughter, she'll be born ready to take on the world, and she's an artist too. She loves music and drawing and singing. They're the best thing you will ever make.
Oh,
your wife. That idea you've been playing with to join the local theatre company, you'll meet her there. And even when everyone else looks down on you and talks behind your back or bullies you because you're a bit goofy or socially awkward, she'll see you. The real you.
Cringe gay fan.
Become best friends.
Well, now Liz comes around. She says, "Oh, this is actually very nice."
Yeah, because his kids in it.
Everything is gonna turn out great.
10 years from now, every dream you've ever had will come true. The real dreams, the best dreams. But I'm no different to you, where you are now. In fact, you get where I am by being exactly who you are. So don't change one bit. Just remember you're worthwhile exactly as you are right now. And even though not a lot of other people are telling me that right now, just
he's looking at the camera.
Oh wait, oh yeah, he's looking at me judgingly. Judging me. Ooh, that was rough. That was some.
So that was my
faggotry.
conversation with myself.
So that was
I'm a
next
little
level
bit emotional. I
faggotry.
tend to. I'm a very sentimental person. You know this
Yeah,
about
I
me by
get
now.
it. It's really
But
not a good
I think
quality
the
to
reason
have.
I get a little choked up.
I hate sentimental people. It's so fake, self-congratulatory. You know what I'm saying? Ego stroking. Ugh, I hate that shit.
Definitely.
Thinking about
Get
that
over it.
and in this video in particular is for two reasons. One, I don't take for granted where I
All right,
I've become quite aware.
Fuck it. I want to see his next cry video real quick. Yeah, there's another good one. This I am excited about this. He's gonna show us some of his artwork and cries about it. How is this
G'day
gonna
everyone,
happen?
I'm Jazza.
The video is called Crying and Laughing, Opening My Childhood Art and Memories Box.
Do you have a childhood art and memories box?
Well, I have my mom, when I was drawing as a kid, she saved my drawings and she made me sign the dates. But I doubt I'd be doing a lot of crying looking at that because it's like Santa Claus blowing his asshole out. With his cock dangling out. It's like Hitler. It's like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fighting Hitler. It's like
did your mum not mind you drawing like loads of gory stuff and stuff like Hitler and stuff? She didn't care.
She didn't care. My mom was pretty cool like that. My mom was so cool. She simplified her autograph so that I could fake her autograph on like report cards. She was like, you know, I don't need to know. Do your thing. Yeah. Even as a kid too, my friends, they would get like house arrest when they did something bad. My mom would do the opposite. She would kick me out of the house. She'd go, "Get the fuck out of here!" when I did something wrong, and I said, "You can come back like, at dawn."
You didn't call it grounded. You called it house arrest.
Is it that house arrest? Is that what it's called?
Grounded.
Oh, grounded. Okay, grounded. And we didn't call it house arrest either because I'm from the Netherlands.
So it's like Slingenbort or something like that.
Yeah, Schlingenbrungen, yeah, Schlingenbort. Yeah. I didn't get Schlingenbort. Yeah, my mom kicked me out of the house. Okay, let's see what this guy is going to cry about. How are you going to? It's so. fucking maudlin.
And in the past, I've done a video here or there showing my old artworks from when I was a teenager. And I've always considered myself a bit of a...
The fact that he always says artwork. It's a drawing, okay? You're drawing. You're not an artist, okay? An artist doesn't just make pretty pictures, and on top of that, your pictures are very mid and subpar. An artist actually expresses a vision. He has some kind of an idea. Something happens, an interplay between audience and the artist. It's an idea. You're not an artist when you're drawing Pikachu on a painting, you fucking cock.
What's your main inspiration for drawing, watching like cartoons like Ren and Stimpy, or did you like actually buy like cartoon books and stuff? Comic books?
What do you mean, as a kid?
Yeah.
I mean, I videotaped Ren and Stimpy, watched that over and over and over again. I grew up with like the Franco-Belgian comic books like Asterix and Obelix and Lucky Luke. But my favorite one was, of course, my main inspiration is Joop Klepsijker.
Yeah,
remember this one. This was my shit when I was growing up as a kid. Hear this.
Cool.
Can I pull up a big... Hear this. Can you see this?
He's doing massive shit.
He is wearing a thong, and then he forgot he was wearing one, and then he took a shit at the beach, and then he has like a shit that's cut in there. This comic was basically like the Dutch Mr. Bean, but this guy was like horny, and he could never get laid, and he goes to like he's always like down on his luck. Everything goes wrong in his life. He's like a massive loser. Look at this. Look at this. Yeah. Anyways, that's what I grew up with as a kid. Okay, so don't blame me for drawing dirty things sometimes. Where is this? Where's the video? Where is he? Did I lose Jazza's video? Flip. Heck and frick!
Go to a history.
No, I got it here. He was just getting started, right?
G'day everyone, I'm Jazza, and in the past I've done a video here or there showing my old artworks from when I was a teenager, and I've always considered myself a bit of an art hoarder. I've held on to pretty much every illustration I've made since I was 11, but what about the illustrations I did before then?
Just call them drawings.
Has lent me my
artworks, my illustrations,
treasures box thing. I have got some artworks and some various other things.
This is what the box looks like. Like, you could replace the box, you know what I'm saying? I bet he just found an old box to put that in to make it even more maudlin.
Yeah.
To make it more sentimental.
Things, and I thought I'd take you guys through a little bit of a stroll through my childhood and stroll through it myself, because I have not seen this stuff since I did it. If you're looking for a little bit of context to some of this stuff, it might be worth going to watch the Draw My Life video I did quite a while back. I'll link to that in the description of the card. Look at this. Yeah, no, landscapes never were my thing, were they? But, guys, I've been doing Bob Ross paintings since I first started painting. I mean, look at that. That is Bob Ross in the making.
These guys also always talk about Bob Ross. Because that's the only artist that they're familiar with, because he was on TV all the time. Like, Bob Ross is barely an artist. It's just tricks. It's just a trick. It's like when you have this brush, you go like this, and it looks like a tree. It's not art at all. It's a pretty picture. And it's not even that pretty. It's fucking atrocious.
93. I was 4 years old when I painted that. I mean, I'm gonna say, I don't mean to toot my own horn, but that's not bad for a
Are you ridiculous?
I know this is like finding my art, but we have to look at that.
He thinks that's
good?
We
have to look at cute little Jazza. Look at that. Right, that is the Fresh Prince era right there. You know what's weird?
Oof.
I am as old in that photo as MJ is right now. Now, we made a video the other day looking at this. So, great. I stayed indoors a lot and drew pictures and learned to animate, but also always just being out there made me appreciate the city. The first vestiges of the cool S that I drew. I've made a video using thousands of cool S's to make a picture. Obviously, this is where it was starting
I always
to
drew
make
a different type of cool S.
The
cool S that I drew looked more like a lightning bolt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I prefer a different kind of cool S.
G.I. Joe! Oh, here we go. Once upon a time, there was a king. His name was Roger. He was very sad because he had no child. The king became happy because for now he had a child. That's how the tables turn. He interviewed.
I remember when you look at my old art, I had a phase where I was drawing comics like this, similar to this, but with better artwork as a kid. And the punchline was always that a nuclear bomb would go off and it would kill everybody. That was the punchline to every one of my jokes. Was a nuclear holocaust. I don't know why.
The whole kingdom.
Oh, I saw a good tweet. I think it might have been from Stefan Molyneux. Tweeted something like, "You don't know what it's like to be like our generation. We grew up during the Cold War threat hanging over us, and everyone was taking piss out of him because nothing happened." And
yes, nothing happened. Yes, that guy's also
had a hard life.
Talk about being maudlin and sentimental. That guy also really. It's like, and I just hate his tiny little mouth. And he's like, "Yeah, and guys, it's really good. It's really good to be back. It's such a joy. It's such a joy." Ugh, I hate a guy like that. So yeah, Stephen. I never watched any of his videos. What is he? He was also like a Peterson-esque type of right-wing guy, right?
Yeah, that sort of guy. Yeah. And
you don't know what it's like to live under the threat of nothing that ever happened. It was just media sensation. Bumped into my brain.
Everyone was saying you had to look at some newspaper headlines. And that's a boomer's tragedy.
Yes. You have no idea what it was like. It's even worse. Like
we have to deal with like African gangs and
raping everybody. It's so funny to see because you have a bunch of these influencers in Paris. There were a couple of videos of these vloggers going viral. Like a girl sitting in her Paris apartment that's being paid for by her parents probably. And she's like, "Hey, this city is so beautiful. Yeah, but I can't even go outside to explore it because I'm just so scared." But they never say what they're scared of. Yeah, you're scared of the scary black people that are going to rape you when you venture outside your front door. Yeah, and you voted for it, dumb idiot.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. Jealous of the child one day. A G.I. Joe came to Earth. The robber knew that
How
he would
is
come.
this going to lead
so the
to
robber
crying?
Fought the G.I. Joe.
I don't know, man.
Fought the G.I. Joe. When did I introduce the dragon?
No idea.
Just visually. I didn't mention him in the text, but turned into a polar bear. And the king put the G.I. Joe in the grave. The G.I. Joe was and other baddies. And other baddies.
I'll say this, I also would draw G.I. Joe.
That took me places. That was really an adventure.
I guess we're the same age, me and this guy.
For a 7-year-old, not bad. Is this like a design of a future house? I've got a teleportation booth, super entertainment system, which looks like
He just drew this. And he's pretending that he came up with this as a kid, but he just drew this. This is what his art style looks like. Yeah.
That's like his shed that he's trying to build now.
Yes, so he's going to be like, "Whoa, this is actually crazy because it looks exactly like my shed." Yeah, because he just drew this.
I'm just going to grab a can. It'll literally be 2 seconds.
All right, go grab one. I think he just drew this, guys. What do you guys think? Have faith. He will. Yeah, I know he will cry because the video is titled "Crying and Laughing," opening his old childhood art box. But I just can't imagine what is going to lead to him crying. What stupid child drawing could make you start crying? It's just absolutely ridiculous. Please, I'm excited about this. He's sneaky. Yeah, he is a sneaky guy. Don't be fooled by his like, "Oh my God, I'm just a little goofball type of guy. Oh, look, I'm just a simple." No, you are a manipulative, sneaky bastard here. You know what? This guy knows exactly how the algorithm works. And he's trying to be this aloof type of guy because he knows his audience is just these stupid, like, Etsy, Tumblrina, dumb broads probably that like him a lot, you know?
Yeah, man.
Entertainment system. There's the bit. It's very space saving. Technologically clever though.
Did we get it? Your funny room.
Back then, my
Wait, feminism?
Before feminism really took. There's a food creator. We've got a robot maid. That was before feminism really took hold. So even back then, my robots were a little misogynistic.
Look at that. So that's how the programming kicks in. So he's such an algorithmic guy and he knows his audience is a bunch of Etsy cunts. So he immediately goes, oh my God, this is going to get me in trouble. My childhood robot maid. That's already too edgy. That's a woman.
Insane. And I know there's no point deconstructing Jazza's argument here, but if you wrote Robot Butler or something, you wouldn't think twice about it. It's like
exactly. Who cares? It's a robot maid. Who gives a shit? He's like, okay, let me apologize real quick for my drawings from 25 years ago. This is before feminism. Please don't cancel me. Ugh. You see, his audience is also extremely strict and mean.
Oh my God! Virtual reality. When did I draw this? I was 8 years old.
Yes,
Guys, come on. I'm a visionary. I saw the future. All we need are vertical beds and sexist robots. There's a diagram of crutches, and then there's Bart, and he broke his leg. And there's a picture of Bart Simpson with crutches, and he's saying, I hate crutches. 2 weeks later, there's Bart in bed, and the foot's healing, and then it got better at the end. A truly epic journey. What have we got in here? Oh, we got more little pictures. Oh my God! I say I'm a cool dude. Yes, I do. Look at this. This is the Buildomatic. This is where there's the raw materials, I believe, and this is the Rio titanium alloy. It goes along and there's the brushing, the painting, the thing, and the arms that move the
humble bragging in it.
Look at this! Wow. Over here we have the wall base maker, and over here we have the magical thingy.
He thinks this is like impressive.
And how it's a house builder. It's only 999 trillion 999.
Back in those days, you can see I had the flair.
I'll tell you this: if you would put my art folder next to this guy's art folder, you could see the difference in senses of humor, at least. You know what I'm saying? Because mine, we'd be laughing right now at some of the jokes that I made in my art folder back then, because it's pretty fucking crazy. I drew some pretty nutty stuff.
Were you like immediately good at drawing?
I mean, it looks like fucking a kid drawing, you know what I'm saying? But I guess it was talented enough to where my mom decided, okay, you know what? Let's save some of this, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
$9,999,999,999. That's the camping I remember. Look at that. Setting up tents in the middle of nowhere, four-wheel driving through rivers.
I want to see him cry.
Drive to save my life. There's a lot of photos and stuff. Like, grew up and got a famous cartoonist and a well-known artist. This is just so fun for me. I think the thing I'm most grateful for and I'm really just enjoying is that I always knew what I loved and who I was, and that I get to do that.
Oh wait, here.
I am
you
literally
think this little
living
mountain here is him crying?
It's mind-blowing.
I think so. Look, there's a
Greg
mountain.
was the environment artist of that animation project, which took over 10 months and is one of the things I'm most proud of. And it all started there. This is a little more bitter for me. This is anyone who's watched the Draw My Life video. This is Alex. So Alex was my best friend in high school.
Oh, it was a girl, the one who died. Remember?
Is it that one? Where you cried about that one?
Yeah, so here we go. Remember in the previous video, he went, my friend Alex died in a car crash. So here we go, guys. Here we go. Alex, she's been... yeah, he remembered Alex real quick to manipulatively do some tear jerking. Never mind that Alex has lost her life and is gone. That doesn't really matter. It was really hard on him, though. Yes. He's pushing for tears right now. He's like,
we were very close friends.
Looking like Jordan Peterson trying to force himself to cry.
Oh, there he goes. This nigga looking like Jordan Peterson right now.
Weirdly vulnerable and emotional. I don't want this video to like get heavy, to be honest. And
he only wishes he could cry as much as Peterson.
Some things just because it's more serious than other things. But I think this is one of those things that I feel like I should include, mainly because I've mentioned it before in the Draw My Life video.
He's like, I don't want this video to get too heavy, but I just feel like you could have decided to not include. You could have cut. You know what I'm saying? You edited this. This is not by accident that this got uploaded. You know what I'm saying? I really don't want this to happen. I really didn't want this to be heavy. Well, you're actively doing it. You know what I'm saying?
It's not live. It's edited together all the cry parts.
Specifically, you called it the first word in this in the title of the video is crying. It's right there, crying. Wait, I want to hear him say that again.
Some things in this video to like get couple of years after high school, she actually died. And this whole process is making me weirdly vulnerable and emotional. I don't want this video to like get heavy, to be honest, and I've excluded some things just because it's more serious than other things. But I think this is one of those things that I feel like I should include, mainly because I've mentioned it before in the Draw My Life video.
And that one got loads of clicks, so I want to do it again.
But also because when I jokingly refer to not having many friends in high school, this was sort of the era I'm referring to. I was pretty socially awkward, and I had one true friend, and that was Alex. And about
so performative.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Yeah, that's how you behave in a film.
You could have. Yeah, it's like doing this. Imagine I was like, taking off my glasses, looking up into the sky.
People actually behave when they start crying. It's all ugly and fucking horrible when you actually cry.
But he's like getting his bearings real quick because he's just overwhelmed with emotion. Just kind of like, he has to stare into the distance, kind of like, okay, I got this. And then he left that in. Look at it. It just keeps going too.
About 2 years after,
mournfully staring into the distance.
Yeah,
contemplating.
And I didn't want this video to get heavy, and this has come out of nowhere, which is probably why it's affecting me so much. But much in the same way that I'm really taken back to how vivid things were in all of these moments, I'm just reminded of how much her friendship mattered to me, and at a time that could have been quite dark for me, when I didn't really have any friends, she was a true friend. And I think I'm just going to include this simply because people say that
she was a true. She just said hi to him in the hallway twice. You know what I'm saying? They met once. They hung out maybe for a total of like maybe 8 hours if you put it all together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because he only shows that one picture of him together every time he mentions it. Yeah, it's the same picture. Loads of times.
Yeah, that's what he calls like a true. Look, he's in high school. How could be a true friend? Like, what are you doing? Like, and it's a girl too. What were you guys doing? He was like simping for some bitch. She probably had a boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? He's just a simp. This was the girl I simped hard for in college, and she died 20 years ago, and I'm still crying about it.
You live as long as you're remembered for, and I'd like Alex to be remembered.
Here's the 2 pictures I have.
So much to be, so.
I'd like Alex to be remembered. What am I gonna? Even if I wanted to remember her, what am I gonna remember her for? For being in a picture in your video? I know nothing about her. You didn't tell us about her at all. The only thing that we know about her is that how much she meant to you and how sad you were when she died in a car crash 20 years ago. What am I supposed to remember about her? There's nothing. There's nothing I can remember. Just this. That's it. There's nothing. Just her face.
Alex. How did this happen? I'm not sure how I
mean, what the fuck? I don't know. This is happening. You edited the video, dude. You know what I'm saying? You dick. You fucking dick.
Wrap up.
Wait, Tomas says he was the driver. Oh yeah, that's a plot. Okay, now it starts to make sense. This is like the Machinist type of story. Yeah, that's how he developed bulimia too. Remember the movie The Machinist with Christian Bale?
I haven't seen it in ages, but I remember really it when I watched it.
Yeah, it's a really good. The thing is, it's slowly revealed that he deals with trauma of killing somebody in a driving accident, and that's why he's anorexic.
Yeah, I feel like watching that now. I might watch that after.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good one.
Video after that curveball. So I'm sorry for the tone of this video changing very unexpectedly.
I'm sorry for the tone.
And at the same time, I didn't want to diverge from, because I believe in being honest.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yes, that's the trade-off. Is like I genuinely I like to make these videos in a way that I don't look at or even peek at the things I'm about to look at, so you guys get an authentic reaction from me. So you got that. But I think if there's a way to wrap it up, I think it's with gratitude. Because if there's one thing I'm taking from
I'm so
the experience
glad
of just,
my audience isn't a bunch of 30-year-old millennial feminists. Imagine you got captured by an algorithm early on, and you started to make some stupid art horseshit tutorials, and then slowly but surely your audience became 30 to 40-year-old feminist women Tumblerinas, and now you're just kind of like... His entire personality has been morphed through that feedback loop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a life of walking on eggshells if you live in that sphere.
Yeah, but that's right. But he became it. He became, because even you can tell. Like there's a picture, a childhood drawing that says "robot made," and he immediately goes, "Oh, oopsie! I need to explain this because I'm gonna get some bad comments. I'm gonna get unsubscribers when I." Wow. And then he talks about, I'm just being honest. Dude, you're an algorithm. You're not real. You're not a real person, dude.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit? You're pandering to a bunch of cat mom bitches. That's what you're doing. They're all sitting at home. They're not having any kids. They have 5 cats. And they're just fantasizing about how great of a husband he would be. You know, that's kind of like, that's the deal they have. Like, look at this. Yeah. Look at this, this vulnerable beta bitch made pussy.
It's going through all of those treasures. It's how grateful I am for the life I had, the childhood I had in my upbringing and my family. Mum for saving all of those things and giving me that wonderful childhood, and my dad for making life fun and going camping, and my friends for those times.
I'm going to show a picture of my cat and cry for it.
So much.
No, I am going to draw a picture of me,
and
my old me, my young me, and my cat jerking each other off. I think that's a really good.
And
I think that will help out a lot of people.
You know, when I meet you in person,
I think that will bring a new perspective, and I think it will really help out a lot of people. That's why I'm doing that.
So beyond grateful that I get to share.
We should send pictures.
Yeah, there are certainly ups and downs.
Wanking him off to cheer him up.
I want. Why would I do that? I'm drawing a picture of me jerking off a young Jazza.
Yeah.
How young are we talking? How young?
Tweet it to him.
One of the pictures from you. I'm jerking off the kid Jazza. I don't know if that's a good idea, Ash. That's so stupid. I start drawing pictures of me jerking off YouTubers and sending it to them in DMs. Hey man, thought you'd like that. Thought you would like this. You know, maybe this'll help out. Maybe. I don't know if that's a great idea.
When he was crying, it said Jordan Peterson. I saw you crying. So
I have an idea. What if I draw a picture of me finger banging Alex on the couch while he's standing in the corner crying? I'm on the couch looking all cool with a cigarette behind my ear and my pack of cigarettes up in my sleeve, and I'm finger blasting Alex. And then the next panel is me and Alex saying, "Sayonara, bozo," and it's me drunk driving her back home, and we all know what happens next.
Yeah.
Didn't end well.
She dies.
Well, in a crash.
Downs, you know, to say the least. But at the same time, these are the things that make us. I think sometimes you think you move on from this stuff because you go on and you live your life.
Yeah, look, this is not healthy. Look, if you're crying about, I understand it's very sad and stuff with your friend. I've had a bunch of friends die when I was a kid, right? But when I think about them right now, I don't burst out into tears and cry. Why is that? Because I've dealt with that a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? I cried back then when that happened. I was sad and upset for a couple of weeks, and you deal with it. But if you're still bursting out into tears, the only explanation can be either you're a massive beta, or you're doing it for the clicks.
Yeah.
Clickety clicky. You're doing and emotionally just complete
unstable.
fucking because you're fighting against this algorithm that's molding your every thought.
You don't carry it with you day to day, but every now and then when it comes back to you, it just hits you. The last time this hit me, especially,
I'd love to hear that.
My friend Alex was
recommended to you, Norm McDonald.
Oh, I watch it every time I see a Norm Macdonald's video. I click on it. I don't know.
Yeah, man, I don't blame you. Just put it all over me.
I always look at Norm Macdonald stuff.
I watched that movie by Bo Burnham, the 8th grade one, because it took me back to how vulnerable and isolated and stupid I felt so much, like as a teenager. But it kept reminding me of Alex and how I would have been stuck in that miserable place in my life if I didn't have a friend who appreciated me for me. So there you go. That's Alex. And if you saw the Draw My Life video, that's what I was referring to. How
about you make a video about Alex and tell us all about her, how great she was? I bet you can't because you barely knew her. How are we supposed to remember Alex? We know nothing about her. You know what I'm saying? This has all been about you.
Yeah. We know how he feels and what his emotions are right now, as always.
Oh, wait, this was... Furby says, of course, he's a Bo Burnham guy. That was a Bo Burnham movie? Okay, got it. Yuck. Fuck! Oh, God, do I hate Bo Burnham. Thank God that guy kind of fell off. Oh, God, I fucking hate Bo Burnham. Oh, I just remembered him. Ew.
Yeah, man. He was part of like it.
Hoink? Zoink? I fucking hate... God damn it, do I hate him.
He was part of like maybe the first wave of YouTube people who actually became famous, weren't they?
Yeah, and then he became a feminist ally, trans ally.
Oh, did it? Of course he did. Musical theatre guy, isn't it?
Yeah, look, I have one more Jazza thing, and then we have a Furry con we have to look at, and then we're done for today. What do you think, Ash?
Yeah, man. Cool.
Hell yeah. Okay, this is 44 minutes, though. I don't know if I have...
Are you ready? One man, one artist, with over 370 artworks.
Stop saying artist.
I think that's as much as I can. Bet you're wondering why I'm wearing these gloves and getting over a cold. I want to pass my gems around as we're going back and forth with the art pieces. In all seriousness, this is actually huge. I've only sold original artworks and signed prints once before. It's true. Every single I turned into an artwork.
Okay, I don't know. We'll watch this another time. I don't have the patience for this right now, but we're going to watch this FurryCon one. So we've watched enough Jazza. We've not watched enough Men Cry. Now we're going to watch some other type of degeneracy. This was recommended to me. I think it was Furby who sent this to me. Oh, yeah, there you go. I'm sorry about the FurryCon thing in advance, guys. Okay, so apparently this is really fucked up. It's a vlog about like one of these furries that goes to a FurryCon. I've never seen the ins and outs of what happens at somebody's places, so I guess we'll find out today. Ash, what do you think? Look at this.
To know. Yeah, let's see.
Okay, it is like 3:34 in the morning. Sorry, I'm whispering, but my roommates are asleep next door.
What is this? The Nostalgia Critic The Wall review? For those of you
I think this is who he wants to be if he's a furry. This is who he thinks he actually is.
Yes. So we have to dive into the psychology of furries, because I had a furry in my class, and he would upset. Yeah. He upset. And by the way, this is even before I knew about what any of this shit was. It was like years ago. Okay, it was in my gaming when I was in the game design school. And this is the guy who would draw like the same comic over and over and over and over and over and over. And it was always like a furry fox type of creature like this.
Space Ghost 444 tip $20.
Salute. Thank you so much, Space Ghost, for the super chingas. By the way, guys, if you want to send a super chat TTS, there's a link pinned. I think it's SvenStreams.com/tip. And you can send a little tipper-ringas. But yeah, so this guy would draw the same comic obsessively over and over and over. And it was always like a big furry cat, fox, wolf type of thing like this. And then his like character stand-in, like his persona, which was like a little cat, would get stomped by a giant foot. So imagine you have his cat guy and then a giant furry stomping on him, like squashing him.
Oh. Because he likes foot stuff, probably.
He loves foot paw stuff, and it's called macro furry. Let's see if we can find it. I think we might have pulled this up many times, but
you can actually find these old comics online.
No, we tried to find this too. Here it is. Look, it's this type of stuff. But then he would draw it very crudely. Oh God! Oh no!
People in your school used to like all draw comics or something. Was that like a thing?
No, I went to like game design school for like a year, and then I got like plucked out by the people who started to think to go work for their company. So I was only there for a year. And then I worked at that studio for 3 or 4 years.
You were in art school. You're talking.
Yeah, but it's specifically for like a game design. Okay, so so that's what that guy would draw. And I remember one time we found like a page of his where he drew He drew a GIF of planet Earth. Yeah, planet Earth in space, and then a giant cock, an Earth-sized penis came into the frame, and it pushed Earth out of orbit. Now, this is some specific fetishes if you're into that stuff. You know, you're like into giant things destroying you. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's a really strange one.
But and then the thing is, his cat figure was called Felix. No, not Felix the cat. Fuck, something the cat. It was like it was based on a French cartoon wherein a boy turned into a cat. I forget what it's called. Something the cat. Maybe somebody will know what that is. Old 90s French cartoon. And so that was his fursona, a little cat. Forget what it's called.
I'll wake them up.
Fursona. Is that what they call it?
Yeah, fursona.
Fursona. I've never heard that.
Yeah, let's watch this. No, it's not Felix the cat. Oh, Fritz. No, that's not. Oh, so no, it's not Fritz the cat. Something the fucking cat. Billy the cat. Wait, Billy the cat. Billy the cat, I think. Yes, this was his fursona, because I guess he wanted to become a cat, so he would draw this badly, getting stomped by other weird fox people. Okay, let's see what this guy has to say. What the setup is to this event.
It's finally here. I'm going to Megaplex.
Oh God,
I don't know why I had to choose a con on the other side of the country to be my first con, but here we are.
Oh no!
It's gonna be my first time traveling alone, first time vlogging anything. So hey, we'll see how that goes.
Oh, it's another one of these where it's a guy that's traveling for the first time, just like Plague of Gripes. I love guys who travel for the first time well into their 30s. That's my favorite type of guy. Yeah, and they get like spooked by the most simplistic things. Like if you guys, if you're new here, go find. I don't know if that one's up still. Maybe it's on Rumble. I did like an 8-hour long, complete angry-filled watch of this of the YouTuber Plague of Gripes, this artist. He made it, and again, it's maudlin and sentimental about his journey to London. He just went to London for a week, and he describes this as if it was just such an arduous journey. It broke him and built him back up, and then broke him again. He just couldn't. He just deals with like I couldn't get parking, and I got lost in the hallways of the airport. And how does it even work? It's like so insane, such an infantilized, pussy, bitch-made guy, man. God damn it. Okay, let's see this.
And yeah, I don't know, I'm really excited.
All right, then. So this guy's whispering. He's being pretty cringe and scary. I'll read the chat real quick. Let's see what you guys have to say. Furry ASMR. Yeah, he is. I wonder if he's doing ASMR or if he's just like a soft-spoken, weird fucking creep. Furby says, one of the best nights of my life, that stream. What an odyssey, yeah. Didn't his 90-year-old... Yes, he made his fucking... Because he didn't understand that you can pay for parking. So he made his fucking... He said something like he couldn't understand that you could park your fucking car there for your duration of your fucking flight, of your travels. So yeah, he made his 75-year-old mother drive like 3 hours front and back, so 6 hours total to drop him off. And the mother is like 75 years old or something. Liz says, isn't this animation more like that VR game these guys play? This could be something that's probably some kind of a furry VTuber software. Yeah, he could have Ubered too. Why would he force his fucking mom? And that Uber guy could have picked up another customer at the airport, I'm sure. Mannequin Review says, Pseudo Wudo is my fursona. Yeah. honestly, if I had to become some kind of a schizophrenic cartoon character, it would be, let's be honest, Pseudo-Wudo. One of the more
only logical choice.
It's the only logical choice. I think we'd all probably go for a Pseudo-Wudo type of cylindrical type of guy. Brown cylinder guy. Okay, let's play on this because we have to get through this thing.
Yeah, I don't have a whole lot of time before I have to leave. I kind of just wanted to record something before I go, so.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh!
Of course, I gotta get changed. I definitely can't go outside looking like this. So.
You don't look like that.
Sally definitely actually thinks he is.
Ooh, it's an Asian guy, of course.
An Asian man.
This guy is
super disorienting,
not to be trusted.
Never gets old.
Why do you talk like this?
Well, that looks realistic enough to pass, right? Alright.
This looks like the kind of Asian who was definitely a gay pedo.
Yeah, gay.
It is 4:30. Nothing like being at the airport at some ungodly hour going to a furry convention. We got the little baby plane.
Is this another queer guy that he's going to this Furby convention with?
Yeah, there's no Orlando on here.
Ugh, I have to do this again at the end of the month.
Wow, okay.
Fuck me.
Oh my gosh. They have a player piano. God damn, my heart is racing.
Oh god. Oh wait, yeah. Excuse me?
I was just saying what's happening at the end of the month. Where are you going?
I'm going to the Comic-Con.
Oh yeah, sorry.
I have to fly I'm flying from Bali to Jakarta, from Jakarta to Tokyo, from Tokyo to Texas.
Wow.
And then
that's not a quick journey.
Yeah, and I'm staying there and I have to go back again.
All 4 stops on the way back as well.
I think I might stop in San Francisco or something. And then Tokyo, crazy. And then the journey back is even worse. Honestly,
it's mad.
What am I doing?
It's mad how Tokyo is not even like the destination. I think that's far enough away. But that's just like
I don't even know why I'm doing this. It's honestly not worth it. Like, what the fuck, man? I'm gonna not travel ever again after I get back from that.
Will you sell enough books to at least get your money back for
well,
the
I better.
flight?
I fucking better. Yes. I need to sell enough books to make my money back. But I'm going to get to hang out with like Chris and JT. We have an Airbnb. We're going to be chilling, drinking. So that's chill. At least I get to chill a little bit.
Last time. Sorry. Are they the ones that were there last time?
Yeah, they were there the last time. But last time we didn't really, I didn't know what to expect. So we didn't have any time to really hang out or anything properly.
Yeah, but this time you're all sharing like a B&B.
Yeah, and yeah, it's going to be chill. Yeah, let's watch this.
Yeah,
Fine. Yeah.
Well, I ended up playing piano for half an hour. Whoops. That was really fun though. I wish I could stay longer. Maybe at another time.
What a carefree guy.
Saw 2 furries in the waiting area.
I immediately sprint to my gate because I'm too panicked.
Yeah, we're almost in Florida. It's like 3 compared to the hallway. Anyway, I'll see you guys on the ground. We're here now. We're in Orlando. We made it.
He's going to meet all his gay friends to have sex with at the hotel at the convention center.
I just ordered a lift for the first time in my life.
That's the convention center.
Bus needs a persona.
Oh. Oh, there they are.
Guess what? The hotel has a public piano.
Oof, that's the type of guys. Oh my god.
Hi.
Imagine allowing this at your hotel.
What is this? Hi everybody on the internet.
Okay, you must be desperate.
Yeah, you must be desperate to allow a bunch of like gays and like weird fucking pedo guys. It's gonna be they're gonna be fucking, they're gonna be spreading monkeypox.
I hate hotels, by the way, because they're the bots they like clear the cells out to let migrants move in and stuff. I fucking hate hotels.
Well, yeah, but look, you gotta hate your government because they're paying for that. They're encouraging that. The hotel's probably making more money letting those migrants in there than they ever would.
But they're selling out of the country, so I fucking hate them.
I know, yeah, fuck them.
Line con. Oh no. I hope I found the right place now. I can't tell because there's no marking. And there's supposed to be a silver sponsor line in the middle.
Bitch in the
hello?
I know,
you guys get ready for the con soon enough?
Yeah.
The most artistic personalities you've ever met at a furry con.
Yeah, they're all extremely autistic and socially awkward. They don't know how to talk to one another.
Double suit. That's crazy.
Did you see what he said? Say that again. Oh,
You can tell this is dead-eyed serial killer vibes. You know what I'm saying? This guy, like the glassy black eyes. Look at him. That's this guy's up to no good.
Yeah, furries are disgusting.
It's like this childish outer exterior, but on the inner side, they've got all these demonic, sexual, and murderous things going on.
I mean, that's what this is. Let's not kid ourselves. This fursona thing, it's a mental illness, and they're sex pests, like sex deviants. This is basically a gay convention, basically, under the guise of we're all just friendly cartoon people.
Yeah. And the fact that it's cartoon, childish stuff, it's like they're all agreeing, yeah, we know we're all pedos, don't we?
Yeah. That's another thing. You'll see these guys will go on into the park with their fetish gear, and then like parents let their kids hug them because they think it's some kind of a, normal people associate these suits with like Disney mascots or something. You know? They don't understand there's a pedo on the other end of that fursuit. TK says, "Come on, Sven. They just like cartoons." They said, "You also like cartoons." I like to make cartoons. I like to dress up like them and fuck men in the ass.
Oh no.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh, imagine the rancid, unshowered. Oh god. What's happening?
They all
act
1.5 hours.
Like little children.
Or in full pseudo terms, the air quality of this room has drastically decreased in the time that we've been here.
Look at this guy. Look at this fucking guy, dude. Like that's literally like fetish gear. It is disgusting. This looks like a crazy killer type of character for a movie.
Yeah.
That guy.
No, I don't want to be.
Okay.
He made it to the line.
I know. Finally.
Get one of these.
Alrighty. Thank you very much. Alright. I made it out alive. I finally got my badge.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. There's so many people. Hold on. I thought it was bad before. And
it's all weird, neck bearded guys, big fat guys.
Every single one.
Oh, they're all gonna be fucking each other up the ass, these guys.
I waited in that whole fucking line like this.
Yo.
Jimmy and that fucking have this line.
How do they not have it open? They make us wait. Oh, not us. They make you wait. Here's where I'm at right now. I'm beginning to realize that I don't know where I'm going to be sleeping.
A headless lounge? So they refuse to take off their furry thing. Is that like a dark room so they get to like maintain their anonymity or something like that? Or they don't want to break their fursona stuff? I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's like they don't feel comfortable without their head on, so they just don't want to go in a room.
Because they said, why don't they open the headless room? I assume that's where they go in to take off the outfit. But you could just do it right now. But I guess either they don't want to be found out, you know what I'm saying? Or it's like, I don't want to break the immersion or something. I don't know.
Gotten back to me. So I don't know what's going on now. Hopefully I have a place to sleep. Yeah, boy might be homeless for the next like 3 days.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, they're all naked in there too, probably, right?
I guess I should have seen it coming. Fortunately, I only sent them half the room payment before because I was already getting suspicious.
Really got scammed?
I just don't know where I'm gonna sleep tonight.
What?
We'll figure it out. It's part of the experience.
He's got no room.
I'm starting to. These are shenanigans.
Yeah, he really wants to invite.
He wants to get an invite into another guy's room, perhaps.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I'm a little. I feel mad at myself a little that I fell for it. Not really. It's just frustrating. So anyway, I gotta go.
He got scammed. He says.
I guess
that is funny though. If you set up like a fake FurryCon ticket service to scam these degenerates out of money, and then just give it to charity, give it to like pedo awareness.
Best of us. So I'll try not to beat myself up too much about it. I'm just glad that I'm here in one piece and I'm safe. We vibe.
Skibbity Sigma. Oh, get rid of it. I would have, if I worked there, I would smash that piano with a hammer. We're constantly banging on it.
It's not looking good. Maybe I'll be sleeping outside. Hopefully security doesn't kick me out, but that would be kind of funny. My first con I have to go to, I have to sleep on the freaking couch.
He's gonna sleep on the couch in the lobby? I don't think that's allowed.
If they know friends.
No, they're gonna keep.
Honestly, it's, if anything, it makes a good story, so I'm trying to make the most of it.
Uh-oh, here it is, the gay rave.
Since I have no luck, I have nothing else to do. So I might as well have some fun.
He has good equipment though, look at that, his voice is...
tomorrow?
You can still hear him?
As far as I'm concerned,
how does he do that?
I didn't come to a furry convention to be sad.
Look at this guy, he trained all month. Oh, that was him. Look, he's on the outskirts doing cool flips, hoping to get a
attention. Man, I'm already tired of sweating, and all I got is a backpack and a beanie. So if you got the full suit on, then
I'd fucking hate that, walking around a hotel with no friends and no room.
You're just awkwardly trying to meet somebody at a gay place. What has your life become when you just travel alone with no friends to a fetish convention in like a hotel?
Yeah, that's so fun.
And also they put the conference room, they have like a gay rave going on in the hotel. Imagine working here.
Any requests?
No.
Zelda!
Okay, Zelda was first, so yeah. We all do.
Skip.
He's a rave. You got this shit.
Yeah.
Oof. Oh, look at this guy, this man bun. Wow.
Osha's here.
What is this? Are you gonna get arrested? What is this?
It's gonna be. It's not gonna be a check. It's gonna
be. What is this funny bit?
Just more gazing characters.
All my attempts to find a room tonight have failed.
Oh, sure.
I might have to rough it, but there's like lots of people out. Damn.
No wonder they banned. It's banned in Texas. They banned FurryCons in Texas. I wonder why that. Why?
I cannot.
Do we have a reasoning for that?
Like this crowd disappearing. It's 2 a.m. and there's still so many people. So
there has to have been some underage stuff going on.
It's a feature. Ignore the fact where I lost $100. I know it kind of put a wet towel on it, but I'm enjoying myself. I'm enjoying myself right now. It's pretty fun seeing here what people are up to
looks like a great time.
So, hey, gotta make the most of it.
I know, yeah, literally speaking to no one.
You're talking to nobody. You try. Oh, look at this fucking guy. Oh my god, what a dick. Look at that gay guy.
What a frame.
Yeah, but he tried the piano for a second time to see if he could like strike up a conversation or get a friend. Didn't really work, so he's gonna walk around the lobby some more aimlessly with no place to go because he forgot to book a room. Wow, dude. What a miserable existence. Oof. No.
Yeah, he's using his camera to try and be part of
4 in the morning.
The gang.
I've never felt better.
Nope.
Oh, there's still people here. All the people on the other side of the building have gone, so.
So he's just literally on his own.
Milling about.
So what does he do?
Yes! Fire alarm, just what I need at 4 a.m. Yes, of course.
Wait, it's 4 a.m.?
Oh my god.
It's 4 a.m. and he's wandering around the lobby of this place still? Ash.
Oh, fucked up. Imagine how boring that'd be. Like an hour of that, I'd be done. I'd be like, I'm going back home.
Dude, and then, or get a hotel down the road or something. What are you doing? This is he's lying about the hotel room. He just doesn't have any money or something.
No, he thought he'd get an invite. He thought he'd met a friend by now, but no one will speak to him because they're all artists.
And now he's happy for the fire alarm because people will come out.
This day could not get any better.
Why?
Woo! Day 0.
Why is it a good thing?
4:20 in the morning, bro.
Yo, let's go.
Bro, hey, you gonna hit that shit?
That was fun. That was 20 minutes of socialization. They should make that an event. We got the grub. Here I am, 2:30 a.m. Homeless. Eating grilled cheese. The fork.
Dude.
I was given this. Yeah. Red eyes. Red eyes indeed. So it's all 7. I was home for the last night. I didn't get a wink of sleep. I just watched YouTube pretty much. What I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna...
Wait, first of all, somebody handed him a red key that says something about what? Come home?
Red eye or something. I'm
Red
not sure.
eye? What the fuck does that mean?
I thought he meant he got a key for a hotel room. I thought that's what he was saying.
Okay, so that's weird. He's getting handed keys that says red eye on it. That's really creepy, weird stuff. And then he has not slept. He sat down at the lobby by himself watching YouTube videos. Dude, what the fuck?
Hop up to the 31st floor and watch the sunrise.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm running on 2 hours of sleep. Right now, I think I slept from 8 to 10. Ready to start the day.
Why
I'm
is he
seeing
allowed
all
to
these
sleep
really,
in the
really
lobby?
cool suitors around, and I wish I had more energy right now.
Cool suitors.
Welcome to Megaplex 2024. Skip Litzy Toilet.
I love how I'm already in violation of 2 of the tenets of the 621 rule. 1 hour of sleep, 0 shower.
Ew.
Actually, I'm gonna go check out the dealers then.
Hello there.
Yeah, gross.
Come on through.
I imagine how much it smelled horrible.
All these fucking guys are not showering. What a... Dude, this is so disgusting. It's that disgusting chink, that chinky weird pedo furry guy. He's not showering. He's not sleeping. This is hellish.
I do have one of their...
There wasn't really anything that
Imagine,
jumped out to me.
Imagine walking around this place with no sleep and you're at a furry convention. There couldn't be a worse place.
No, that'd be terrible.
It's literally
I wanted to get right then and there, but I'll definitely be looking at it later. Yeah, it's probably just because I had like 2 hours of sleep. Right now, I'm kind of like wondering like not what I'm doing here, just what there is to do, and feeling a little.
Yeah, maybe you should have thought about this before
lost,
you went.
I guess.
No friends.
Go, 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 go.
I love it.
Look, they're all acting like little children.
Crazy.
Surround him.
What's
What are they
happening?
doing?
Yeah, no. Oh, right.
Here, just use my phone and shove them under there. Just pop it.
Oh, he got invited into a room, even though he stinks.
There was a guy
Ooh.
How many full suiters can we fit in an elevator? Wait, there's still space.
Bitch, I can't see.
Well, he was like, wait, there's still space. I can get in there. Yeah, guys, I'm gonna bother you guys to screw down. They're all naked in there, by the way.
Yeah, man. And they're all hard as fuck because they think.
Oh, look at this trans.
Animal.
Look at this trans.
Again, this game is fucking cursed.
That's one thing I gotta love, bringing this camera around everywhere with the outgoing fursuiters. Once they see a camera, they really come to life. It's actually really special.
Yeah, that's what it is. So they get to be outgoing when they're fully covered up and don't have to cope with being their real selves, right? So that's what it is. They only get to go and socialize when they get to pretend to be like a furry fox cartoon goofy character.
And, yeah, and it all comes out through a uncoordinated dance and a weird noise. They just go, dance around.
Like babies.
Yeah.
Black nerds. I hate black nerds.
Naturally, yeah, why not? Let's go examine.
This art style, what is
These are all
that?
adorable. I wish I could have one.
Yeah, since I started learning about comic books, I've realised most of the YouTube channels speaking about comic books are black men.
Oh, really? Yeah, probably, yeah. It's black men or like 50-year-olds
finally making it to the
white
hotel
men.
because I finally have a room now. It's gonna be nice to sleep in a real bed.
Mike Ing says a badger suit for Sven.
I have like an express gratitude towards everyone who helped me. It means so much to me. All of the care that the community has showed me in this, just the past 24 hours.
Yankees hat.
So uplifting.
Adidas shoes.
It means a lot to me to see people who care. So thank you all so much for helping me. Whether you just offer me a little bit of encouragement along the way, or
it's also all black guys.
You helped me get a room. It is very, very nice to have a home now.
Wait, how did he get that?
You just offered me a little bit of encouragement. So 4 hours has been so care.
Wait, he got a room?
I would just like to express gratitude towards everyone who helped me. It means so much to me. All of the care that the community has showed me in this, just the past 24 hours has been so uplifting. It means a lot to me to see people who care.
I guess they all.
So, thank you all so much for helping me.
Smelling horrible, so they got him.
You just offered me a little bit of encouragement along the way.
So they got it. He got like a bunch of people to pay for his room.
Very, very nice to have a home now. Oh wow, that's metaphorical, isn't it? No, like, okay, no, okay.
How long is this convention? This is day 2. What do you do? What is it? What do? You just walk around in a fursuit and dance around a little bit?
You literally just walk around this same hall constantly, back and forth. You go over to the piano for a bit, and then you walk down this corridor.
Yeah, and they all bring like instruments and stuff to Attention Seek and Peacock. Oh my god, this is atrocious.
Yeah, they all just do some little spazzy dance when they put that on.
Yeah, they all have main character syndrome. They all think that they're the coolest one of this. You know what I'm saying? This guy thinks, look, I'm definitely the coolest guy. Yeah, look at this. Unnecessarily long tail. Ruining everybody else's fucking space.
Surely you can't just be Charizard. Oh, maybe you can.
yeah, maybe. It's all the same to me. It all looks the same at some point.
Yeah.
So they're gonna have like a furry. Look at this pig. She wouldn't fit in a suit, so she could only wear the mask.
The serotonin. I feel unreasonably happy.
Serotonin. I'm so happy.
I don't kill for at least another week.
Look at this guy! Yo. What is this? He didn't get it?
Just when I thought, I was like, oh, maybe I don't
dressed
need a
up like
fursuit.
T-1000s. Like, you're supposed to be like a fox type of guy, dude.
And then here, looking at all the suits, it's like, I want to be able to give that to people. There's just so much joy in it, where it's like, I don't know, it feels like, I don't know how to put it into words, like unbridled joy.
Why?
We're here, and there's like,
what's so joyous about standing in line with a bunch of smelly
every room you look in, it looks like the same hall every time. It's anywhere. It's just this fucking hall.
Oh wait, this. Oh no, Bluey, a children's cartoon for little children, by the way. Literally for little children.
Yeah.
They watch that. They're just like the most baby infantilized. Arrested Development nonsense. Oh, there's a pool?
I just remembered the dance comp starts at 2. I'm running back
there
now.
This is where he gets the show.
I really don't want to
don't want to miss that.
I can get a good spot. Maybe the big camera setup will give me cameraman privileges.
He's gonna do good. Yeah, he's gonna show off his cool little breakdancing moves.
Let's get this competition
There's constantly like flashing light warnings he does. He had this. Oh my god. Oh yeah, could you imagine?
It was like, wait, getting a beer.
Right? So fucking funny. Look at this. Yeah. drag queen. What a great culture. Weimar core, yeah. Why didn't we see the guy in the wheelchairs dance? Do you guys remember that video where a father, he goes to, he does like the prom dance with his wheelchair-bound daughter? And it's very pathetic. It's the most sad, pathetic thing you've ever seen. Do you guys remember that? Should I pull it up? No, we don't have time for that, do we? Do you remember that, Ashley? I just was reminded of that video where a father dances with his wheelchair-bound daughter at the prom. Can't find
I don't think I've seen that one.
It's it's so bad you almost can't laugh at it. It's so sad. It's like if dad and his daughter dancing, but her legs are just like dangling. I don't know if we can. I don't know, man. Wait, I can't find it. Fuck it. Maybe we can find that. Put it in the Discord. We'll watch it next time. Wheelchair dance stuff. It's pretty good. Okay, dude. Look, I think we've seen enough of this. We're gonna cap it off here. We got halfway through the video. Next stream, we'll finish off this video because it's way too long. I'm getting tired. I have a blood disease. It's a pretty good excuse now to sign off. My blood disease.
Yeah, I'm feeling full of iron right now.
Yeah, so yeah, it's been
I need to drain some blood.
I need to go drain some blood, guys. Sorry about this. To feel better, to feel semi-functional, I need to go drain about 500 milliliters of blood. Literally tomorrow, I have to go back. Tomorrow again, I have to sit there. By the way, and by the way, it's 15 minutes. Do you know that? It's like
I'm sorry you have to deal with that because that sounds like so like hell.
Hey, and this is the rest of my life, by the way. Now, that's it.
Is there no like tablets you can take?
What?
It's not like any tablets you can take to just
no,
like.
Well, you have like iron chylation tablets, but they flush out all kinds of minerals. There's a bunch of side effects. So no, basically, the body has no natural way to get rid of it. So I have to go and do a blood phlebotomy every week now, or every couple of days, and then until it stabilizes, like every couple of weeks for the rest of my fucking goddamn life. I better learn how to do this by myself. Like if I get stranded on an island or something, what am I gonna do? I have to
slit your wrist.
Slit my wrist and bleed it. Yeah. I told my wife, "You're lucky that you have your period every week, so you won't have you would have this problem every month." Women are so lucky, I think, they're so privileged with their periods. Women really don't know how good they have it because they get to flush out their blood every month. You know what I'm saying? So they're so lucky is what I think. Yeah. All right, so guys, that's it for us for today. Next week, I'll probably do a stream with Liz Garage. We'll continue that game, hopefully finish it. And then on Saturday, we will be back with Ashley, and we will finish off this Furry Con. Now, if you have some video suggestions, we like to watch some of this cringy, long-form stuff now, like the D&D stuff, which is one of my favorite videos we've watched. Or like the Jazza at the Ren Fair. If you have any good suggestions, Jazza Ren Fair stuff, D&D stuff like that, or stuff like this was a good suggestion. We get to peek into the world of Megaplex furry stuff. We like to watch stuff like that. So you can post links to that in our Discord server. And that's about it. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Goodbye. I guess that was it, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Bye. Yeah.
D-I-L-L-I-G-I-F, Dilly-Gaff, D-I-L-I-G-I-F, Dilly-Gaff.